No idea why that wasn't working, but sure. Let me pop out the chat over here. Happen Pride, indeed. Happen Pride, everybody. How do I sound? Do I sound... I'm probably quiet, if anything. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Why am I moving so weird on camera? I feel like my camera moves weird. Like, maybe it's not getting enough light or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid. What sexuality am I? I am a straight man. I am a straight man, but I have a huge appreciation for the male form as well. Yo, what's up, Queen? Happy Pride indeed. 2 years after coming out as Arrow Ace. I feel like I know so many people who are Arrow Ace, and just every time that I feel like every couple of weeks, no, okay, that's an exaggeration. Every couple of months, I find out that someone else I know is Arrow Ace. I'm like, oh, wow. Pippin, hello. There's a typo in the title of the sin. Is there? Does it not say reocting? If it says reocting, that's correct. That's not a typo. This ain't no video. It ain't, because I'm currently working on one. And I've been wanting to do this stream for a while, but life keeps like, I don't want to say getting in the way, because that's more important than the stream. But I've had other things to tend to that have not allowed me to prioritize the stream. I've had other priorities than streaming the second part of this. But I've been wanting to get to it for a while. Where do you think all of the garlic bread comes from? I'm sorry? Glad to be 3 years into your transition. That's awesome. Congratulations. My instant Luigi smash. That's what I mean. I have an appreciation for peak male form. I sound like my mother just woke me up from school. It's another one of those instances where like I'm very muted right now, and I do apologize preemptively. I think that the stream is gonna serve as a little bit of a pick-me-up, just because like I really wanted to be able to finish another video in May, and a lot of things are just coming close that are emotionally getting to me. And so like I think the stream will be a bit of a pick-me-up, but I'm a little sad at the moment. I'm okay, don't get me wrong, I'm fine. Ultimately, it's just those little twinges of like, oh, I'm sad. But no worries. I do appreciate all of you showing up, and hopefully you guys will enjoy us watching more of these. This is scrolled a little down because I was checking something else out. I don't know if there's something you guys may or may not have noticed about some of the videos that are on screen right now. And it may not be important. I'll bring it up when it's relevant anyway. I'm doing well, Max. How are you? I mean, aside from what I just said, I'm doing well. How are you doing, Max? Will this get out on Chari Live? Did I upload this on Chari Live? I think I did. Actually, hold on. Let me check if it's not in my folder here, then it should be uploaded. Okay, it's still in my folder, so I think I was debating whether or not I should upload this, but I should upload this. Oh no, that's today's. Wait, so then the other one, I don't remember if I did upload this or not. Because right now, what's going up on Try Live are like past live streams for the Sonics, the last bits of Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Superstars. I did a little bit of Mario Wonder with my wife over on Twitch, so I uploaded those as well. Kyle, one of my very good friends and mod of the channel, found a lot of old streams from back in my Twitch days. And I want to upload those soon. I haven't scheduled those just because like they are old ones, and so like I think they'll go up after this next batch of, which should be done I think after today, or I can't remember when the last latest stream would be going up, but hopefully I'll get to that. It's just been a mess, dude. It's been like trying to focus on work and getting things done for work has been kind of a nightmare for me. You were just playing Thousand Year Door on Switch. Do I like that game, dude? Thousand Year Door is like top 10, if not top 5 of my favorite video games all time. And I've been watching my wife play it for a little bit because she got it for me for Father's Day. But like I already know I'm going to like it, so I've just been watching her play it because she's never played it, and I think she likes it so far. We sort of stopped after a little bit because she got to a part where like the fight started to get a little bit more complicated. But it seemed like she was liking the style of it so far. I love it. I love Thousand Year Door very much. Grumble Mumble with the 5. Thank you so much. You just came home from your first 12-hour EMT rotation. Whoa! Thank you for what you do. Glad I started streaming now. Perfect stream to eventually die on your bed too. Well, I hope you have a very good sleep. I can tell you, not from first-hand experience, but from second-hand experience, certainly, that 12-hour shifts suck, and they are draining. So welcome home, or I hope that you're on your way home or are home, and have a good rest, because you deserve it. So yeah, let's get started. Already gone through with the FNAF Everything Around the videos. So I'm working on the last one, which was Help Wanted 2. It is the first Everything Wrong With I've ever done in VR. And this is one of the things that has kind of gotten in the way of me finishing work. And this is one of the things that is 100%, 1000% on me. Is that like I am so obsessed with like trying to do cool shit in video sometimes that I spent like an evening after everything was said and done, after like I recorded the whole game, after I was done converting all of my footage and everything, I was trying to figure out if there was a way for me to convert that footage into a VR video on YouTube. And I got something kind of working, but the problem is it's fake VR, right? So it's just like, it's not proper dimensionality, and it wouldn't look good on headsets. The problem is I should have recorded in VR in the first place, and that by itself is not an easy thing to do. And I wish I'd thought about it before I recorded, so it's just going to be... I was going to do like a VR version if you wanted to watch it that way, and a flat version, but then I'm like, why am I... I'm already not uploading that consistently. Why am I... And I always do this to myself. Why am I overcomplicating this and trying to do cool shit when A, I don't know how to do it, B, it's just going to take me longer to release this video. But yeah. No more Everything Wrong With Batman Arkham. I mean, I have a list. Hold on. I have a spreadsheet. No, I genuinely do, because I after my announcement, and I think after our first stream of watching these, I realized, like, okay, well, I need to know exactly what all I'm going to make. And I don't know where that list... Oh, wait, I know where that list is. It's with my scripts. I'm almost 1000% certain that there are other Arkham games in the series that I need to cover still. Oof, yeah, I need to fix this. There are so many Everything Wrong With I still need to do, by the way. Yeah, there's Origins Blackgate, Arkham VR, which I actually didn't know was not just adaptations of Asylum and City in VR. It's like its own thing. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which is that a single-player game? I genuinely don't know. And then there's Batman Arkham Shadow that's coming out as well, which I think is also a VR game. Whenever I say spreadsheet without the check, that sounds incomplete. All right. But yeah. Did I say I was going to play the Arkham games again for everything? So yes, I am going to play them again for the sake of recording, because I do something that I haven't really revealed, and I've thought about revealing, but at the same time I'm like, I shouldn't talk about this because it's so, like, I always make the mistake of, like, announcing something and then it takes forever to happen. For example, the fact that, you know, the Everything Wrong with are coming to an end at some point. And I've had this idea in my mind for a while of, like, making mega compilations. So, like, all the Sonic games, all the Mario games, all the Batman games, all the whatever games, all of the games in a series, once I'm done with that series. And for the sake of the art, like, since I've done all the main Arkham games, I could make a mega compilation out of it. But the thing is, I don't have the source footage, and I don't want to just, like, grab the old one and then smush them together. I want to, like, remake them all so that they're all in one consistent style. And plus, for a lot of these older ones, my style has changed a lot. So there are going to be ways in which I send things now that I didn't back then. And I want it to all just be one consistent, you know, one big thing. But yeah, 13 Sonic Everything Wrong with videos, that is impossible. There is no way on earth I only have 13 Sonic the Hedgehog video games. I mean, 13 Sonic the Hedgehog Everything Wrong with. No, that's impossible. Hold on. There aren't even 13 left, I'm pretty sure. There's more than 13 left. There's the Persona 5. Yes. Actually, do I even have that on my list of ones I need to do? I don't think I do. No, I do. Here's the Persona list. Okay. Here's the Persona list. Dude, yeah, there aren't even 13 games I have left to do. There are way more than that. So there's no way I only have 13 Sonic videos in Everything Wrong with form. Alright, anyway.
Frustrated with ads Sonic, on YouTube. I was watching more commercials than content.
Yeah, I know, right? Whoa.
Disclaimer.
Dylan Naruto at the 23 months. Wow, that's almost 2 years. We are so back. Wow.
Following is a parody of CinemaSins' Everything Wrong With series.
This is my Roger
if you're unfamiliar
impression?
with their humor, I suggest you go watch their content first.
Craig Smith
the intent
impression?
of this video is for comedy and entertainment purposes only.
Oh, is it?
With this in mind, it's also worth mentioning that the sentiments of the creator of this
720p?
video towards the game in question will not interfere with the content of the video itself.
Rough.
That being
also,
said,
this is loud, isn't it? I'm sorry. This is loud. Let me turn this down, I guess.
the creator of this video means no offense to the creators
Am I
of the
doing
game in
Thousand Year
question,
Door on that list?
the game
Yes,
in question
I am.
itself,
Yeah.
the game's franchise, or the people who like the game in question. Without further ado, thank you for
The
watching.
disclaimer is
and we
so
hope you
different
enjoy.
nowadays. I know I've said this before, but... Oh, yeah, this is the... Okay, so I was shocked. I remember when... Because I think this was the first poll I ever did. I was shocked that this many people... I mean, these are still shocking numbers. Like, to know that even more than 1,000 people participated in the poll is, like, wild to me. And also, nice. It won by 69%. Like, I was genuinely surprised that people wanted to see Generations before Adventure. Like, I was getting ready to do Adventure, and people were like, no, Gens. And I'm like, oh, okay. Splat Koopa with the 5, thank you so much. You love watching my Everything Wrong with videos, some of my favorite content. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm pretty quiet. Am I? Or in the video, you mean? There's no way I'm quiet here. Dun, dun. Oh my god. Again, this is not my footage. This was still at a time where I was downloading other people's footage. So, like, I'm looking at it in the viewfinder in OBS, and it looks fine, but I'm looking at it on my monitor. Oh, this is rough. And also, this is not how I do, like, you know, you guys know me. I forgot that I didn't do this. I always use the Euro style font when doing the title cards. I try to replicate, I'm sure you guys have noticed this, but, like, I try to replicate the style of the logo nowadays. And this is what I mean. Like, when I do a mega compilation of these videos, this is the kind of stuff I want to fix, right? This is the kind of stuff I'm like, oh man, I wouldn't, because the thing is, for example, I've covered here, this is 2011. This is 20 years into Sonic's history. So imagine seeing 20 years worth of videos and then, like, suddenly when it's Sonic Generations, it's like my old style. And it's just like, that's what I don't want to, it's difficult to hear me compared to the video. I can't imagine I'm that quiet. Oh, I think maybe just the system audio is too loud. Let me make this quieter, and then what's that like? That's still pretty loud. But I'm just gonna. Yeah. What about that?
Where are we exactly?
Where are we exactly? Yo, what's up, Bora? Hello. Did I credit to someone else's footage, or was the footage deleted before credit? On it, dude, I couldn't tell you who I got this footage from, because that was the whole point. Is that like, it was just cutscenes, and the reason for it is because like I didn't. Back then, in my mind, it was like, well, I'm just using the cutscenes, and you're not doing anything special with the cutscenes, so I don't think credit is really necessary, because it's not like I'm using your gameplay, right? And that's another reason why, like, I specifically went out looking for videos that didn't have watermarks, and that was hard. But I mean, it's hard now, but like, I think it's especially difficult nowadays. But back then, it was still difficult, and like, you'll notice that there's a lot of fucking ghosting in this video. It bothers the shit out of me. Ugh, this audio is so bad.
Did they just tell him, hey, Sonic, I need you to go to the woods and look for the rest of our friends under a tree. Don't ask what we're doing there on a day that's obviously your birthday. Just get there.
God, my voice sounds so weird.
He'll be here
Any second.
That being said, maybe Sonic followed Tails. In that case, Tails saying that Sonic would arrive any second is cheating regarding the
He's right behind me! YouTube is a little quiet. Okay, let me bump it up a little bit. I'm sorry.
And if Sonic weren't following him, Tails most certainly would not beat him in a foot race. That Sonic Adventure shit, we were all cheating, taking shortcuts Sonic couldn't take.
So true.
Cake with the Sonic Team logo without any candles or any indication of how old Sonic is today. I don't think even Sonic's friends know how old he is.
That's not fair. I've gone to plenty of parties where there's no, like, number candle on the cake, or, like, the number of candles is not linked to whatever. Are there any games I want to do videos for, but the game is too obscure? Oh, plenty of them, dude. And some of them I'm going to do just because, like, I already did one in the series. But for example, I've always said this: Ty the Tasmanian Tiger is a game, because I've only ever played the first game, but I love the first game, and no one gives a shit enough about it. And it sucks because, like, when you're a content creator, and especially one that's in my sphere, and then you sort of get to how big I am, you want to sort of influence that sphere a little bit. You know how, like, certain people are known as, oh, you're that guy, right? Like, I don't know, Ant Dude's the Kirby guy, right? Failboat's the Splatoon guy, also the kind of a Kirby guy. And so, like, when they cover a new topic, everyone's like, oh, yeah, I know this from so-and-so creator. To me, that's what I wanted Ty to be. I wanted Ty to be that for me. Am I really that quiet for you guys? There's no way. Are you sure? Because I'm looking at, like, my levels, and it I'm in the red. How about now? Hello, Game and Josie with the 5. Thank you so much. You're gonna have this in the back while we work on your end of degree project. Oh, well, good luck to you, kind sir. Good luck to you. What about No More Heroes? Yeah, I mean, I have to do that too. That's the thing, is that, like, I really didn't think No More Heroes was obscure by any means, but people just kind of didn't care.
Also, missed opportunity, Sega. You totally could have had Rouge come out of a big-ass cake a la Marilyn Monroe and finally give the fans the furry lap dance some of them want. Assuming Sonic turns 20, that would be the ideal present. Assuming he turns 16, that would still be the ideal
What, I mean... Oh gosh. Oh, I'm not too quiet. Okay. So can I turn my gain down then? Is the video better now, or?
This is the only other instance we ever see Knuckles interact with Rouge in the main series after Heroes. Oddly enough, not fighting over the mask.
Technically not true. They do interact in Sonic Colors DS, but I did not know that at the time because I had not played it at the time.
Emerald. Speaking of which, what the fuck are you doing here, Knuckles? Did you just forget about guarding it, or do you just not care anymore?
Dude, he hasn't cared about this. And this is what I mean. This is why I try to do things in order, because, like, context is just completely missing.
Wait, Rush is canon?
It's kind of impossible to surprise you.
You totally got me this time.
I had no idea.
Can't tell if telling the truth or sarcasm. Also, it took you this long to figure out you could just do that to Amy?
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Sonic.
Hope you like this.
God, looking at this game with the black bars is so weird. Adon, 4K with the 3, thank you so much. It's always the ideal present. I mean, it depends on who you ask. Rouge is 17, so it depends on who you ask.
Tails, an 8-year-old fox that is...
How do I feel about the Shadow the Hedgehog voice actor in the movie? Dude, I called it way before they even announced it was Keanu. I kept saying, dude, I think it'd be dope if it was Keanu.
Designed and created tons of weapons and machines that have been useful in the past. Give Sonic a chili dog as a present on his birthday, which he can literally have any other day. Can't tell if Tails is just stingy or a bad friend.
I mean, if that's what he wants, the heart wants what it wants, dude. If he wants a chili dog...
Hey, not cool.
Any particular reason Sonic didn't get sucked in but the rest of his friends did? I mean, I know that that's the plan and all, but they all got sucked in at the same time and Sonic took it like a champ. Was the vacuum just selective? You can't tell me it was powerful enough to suck in Vector and not Sonic.
I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh, I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
Wait, you mean you were conscious during that shit? How?
Is it me?
I mean, dude, imagine, like... sleep paralysis is my explanation for it. It's like, I would imagine it's just like sleep paralysis. You know, you're conscious during it, but you can't move.
Me? Or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
Okay, first off, what do you mean we? Tails was clearly outside while you went through Green Hill. Second, how do you not remember Green Hill? I know it's been over 20 years, but isn't it assumed that you revisit this place a lot?
No stranger than rescuing genies and magic
books
books
or
or
saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park.
Wait, the storybook series is canon too?
I saw something over there in the distance.
This was okay. This was back during a time where the canonicity of the games was so, like, no one knew what was canon and what wasn't. Nowadays, you know, obviously the joke is like everything is canon, but people genuinely questioned whether or not the storybook games were considered to actually have happened in this series, which I don't think it matters. Not looking back, I don't think it matters, but I mentioned later on, I think, like, oh, Rush is canon too, because to me it's just like, well, they're not console games, they're not like main series games, they're like handheld games, so like, are they like, I don't know. I guess in my mind back then, it didn't make sense for like games that weren't given main series treatment to be canon.
Like buildings, but they look weird.
You make it sound like it's miles away, but it's literally right next to you guys.
I'll be back soon.
Wow, you're fat now!
You said soon. I thought you already left.
Oh, dude, Aura, I did see that. I did see that you're going to it. That's awesome.
Yes, he did leave. You clearly saw it happen. Also, you really can't tell the fact that Sonic is a different shade of blue, shorter, and his eyes are no longer green.
You're right, Tails. This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
Deja vu all over again? Do you mean the first time was Green Hill? I'm sorry, it's just that it feels wrong when you put it like that.
Yeah, but it's not. Deja vu all over again would be correct. He had deja vu once, and he's having deja vu all over again.
Thank you, Sonic. Wow, you look younger every day.
What's your secret?
Amy isn't trying to glomp Sonic in this scene.
Oh my god. Now I know why some people thought I was really annoying, and why some people still think I'm really annoying.
Thanks, Sonic. You did a good job back there. Hey, did you gain weight?
Knuckles is a dick to Sonic. Well, classic Sonic to be precise.
It's still
Thanks
Sonic.
for the help. Not that I needed it, but it's good to have my sanctuary back.
Not that you really need it. I mean, you haven't really guarded the Master Emerald in years, and even so, there's a shrine on Angel Island that can hold the Emerald in place anyway. How come Knuckles is relatively nice to classic Sonic, telling him he did a good job, but such a dick to modern Sonic by telling him he didn't need his help, even though he clearly did?
Now streaming on Hulu.
On Hulu?
Is the best horror movie of the year.
Was I watching the YouTube videos last time we watched these? I can't remember. I don't think I was, but I don't know.
I know he notices something, but has Sonic never seen his reflection before?
Ugh. I just noticed like a one frame where you could see another scene, and I wouldn't.
Title. Adventure 2 had Shadow and No 6 had Silver. Aren't you used to imposters by now?
Another Sonic.
Oof.
You're too slow.
I forgot about that one.
Isn't the death egg supposed to explode by now? Speaking of the death egg, back in my day, that bitch took like 16 hits to beat, and we had to...
Back in my day, I say, as, you know, the game came out before I was even born. And I never beat it as a kid.
do it with no rings. Kids these days get it too easy.
I can't believe there's 2 of me.
Well, technically it's just one of you from different time periods.
So 2 of him.
Suddenly Classic Tales. Why is it that Classic Tales speaks and Classic Sonic doesn't? To my knowledge, Classic Tales never spoke, and Sonic at least had that one line in CD. Was Jaleel White that hard to get?
Well, okay, this is before I knew anything about, like, the Waku Waku games. This is before I knew anything about Sonic Schoolhouse. Classic Sonic spoke a lot more than I thought back then.
We're traveling through
Time and space.
Really? It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out.
How did this happen?
I think it's got something to do with that big thing that just kidnapped Eggman.
How do any of you know that Eggman was kidnapped? Classic Sonic was the only one there. He just got back from the fight, and even then he can't talk. He wouldn't have been able to tell any of you what just happened. Classic Tales was chilling with his modern self.
You know, I think it's so funny how, like, half of these are... Oh, God, this ghosting is killing my soul, dude. How some of these sins are, like, good points that I would even make nowadays, and then others are just such non-jokes that I don't find funny nowadays that make me mega embarrassed that this is, like, this is, like, the second most viewed video on my channel, and it's just like, oh, no! Malachi Baker, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Talk about a blast. Yo, what's up, brother? Hello. Realistically, this is what would happen. Modern Sonic would find Classic Sonic cringe.
Okay, and that did... Classic Sonic, Classic Tails, Classic Eggman, Classic Metal Sonic, but no Classic Amy or Classic Knuckles. Why?
My prayers have been answered! Mind you, this is this was still 2014? Yeah, it had to have been still 2014. So this is before Mania. This is before Superstar. Like, this is before they brought... This is before Forces, obviously, as well. So this was, I believe, the most modern Sonic game at the time. Because Boom was about to come out. That's not true. Lost World had just come out, so that was the most modern game at the time. But still, like, Classic Sonic was still a relatively new concept at the time. Violet Vampire with the 2, thank you so much. Thank you.
Wait, this is the start of Speedway Bad Future. Does this mean that canonically Sonic fucks up?
Thanks,
Sonic. Up.
Hey, is it me, or did you get a new haircut?
Cream, who is 2 years younger than Tails and probably has half his intellect, is able to tell the difference
My
between
timing
Sonic's
on this is
classic and modern
wild.
right away.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
Is it? I'm trying to think back. I mean, yeah, I guess. She's never been kidnapped, right? Yeah, I guess not.
Big Blue? Oh, come on, don't tell me Chronicles is canon too.
Okay, there's no way on planet Earth that I remembered that. I must have gotten that from the wiki. Yeah, I had to have gotten... Because, I mean, I played Chronicles by then, but there's no way I remembered that she calls him Big Blue in that.
Now that I think about it, any particular reason you gave Sonic that nickname, Rouge? Is there, something you guys aren't telling us?
Is there, perhaps something you guys aren't telling us? I would perform that line so much different nowadays. But originally, there was supposed to be... You know the... You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? You guys... You know that face? So my plan originally was to have him slowly pop into frame. And I think I did animate it, but for some reason, I don't know what happened at the time, that it just... There's another joke later on in this, too, where that layer just didn't render for some reason. And so, like, by the time I uploaded this, it just didn't have those visual gags in them, which really sucks.
So I think we've pieced together more of what's happening, and it's not good.
Really? I don't see how you could have possibly thought it was.
Didn't she call him Big Blue in Sonic Battle 2? Did she? I don't remember. Maybe she did. No, I don't think so.
When
Doesn't she just call him daddy or something like that in You posted that version of the joke in the outtake. Yes, yeah. So I would never do this nowadays, but back then, like the way the YouTube algorithm worked was very different, and so you weren't really. YouTube likes to put your videos in circulation if to my understanding, I could be completely wrong about this, but like the more videos in a row perform well, the more YouTube's going to push your videos to people. But back then, you didn't have to worry about that. And so what I would do sometimes, like even to announce a stream, I would like upload a 10-second clip and be like, I'm going to stream on Twitch. Like, here's the link, whatever. Nowadays, that kills your engagement because it's just like, oh, you're not getting that many views on this video, and then you're pulling it, and you're not getting views over time. Therefore, your channel must suck ass. But back then, it didn't really affect your channel so much. So what I did back then, and I think this video is still up, I had like I don't remember if it was a bloopers and outtakes video, but it was definitely like a bonus video where like I showed the visual gags that I wanted to show off. And I showed that, I think that joke with the joke that's coming up later in the video.
Again, what's the point of that?
Then I guess we have to run like there's no tomorrow, or there won't be a tomorrow.
Technically, there isn't even a today. I mean, you guys are clearly in a dimension that transcends space and time, so,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I bet why
Rue should do that. She is a bat after all. But how are you doing that? You're a chameleon. Or is it because you're a ninja? I've seen ninjas do some shit, but never defy gravity. Unless, of course, you're Sly Cooper. Did you read the Thievius Raccoonist too?
Okay, honest to God, that's a pretty solid joke. But there's a gigantic ass in there. There's a huge butt in there. That joke only works in the context of you having seen my other videos. And I don't know that I would... maybe I would make that same joke today. But I would feel tempted not to, just because like I feel like every video... For example, this Help Wanted 2 video that I'm doing, I reference the Help Wanted 1 video sometimes. This is for Five Nights at Freddy's. I reference the previous game in that series, or the previous video I did for the game in that series. Only because in my mind I'm like, well, if you're watching Help Wanted 2 Everything Wrong With, you've probably watched my other video too. But it would be bold of me to well, I say that and yet I have a Sonic Adventure reference in this next coming video. But this is directly referencing a past video of mine. So like, it's a bold choice because I'm assuming that people have watched my Sly Cooper video, not really thinking like, well, okay, what percentage of people who are subscribed to me and watch my videos are going to watch both Sly Cooper and Sonic? You know, I guess I'm thinking about it too much in a business sense nowadays, but back then I was just thinking about like, oh, well, people are subscribed to me. Of course they'll watch this. I don't know.
You're doing great.
Whoa! Wait, shouldn't that be like the space-time continuum or something?
You mean you're doing great.
I love that joke. That's still a good joke.
Sonics.
Well, in all fairness, they're still the same guy. You're doing great Sonic could apply to both since they're one and the same.
True.
Plus, who's to say one isn't doing better than the other?
That
True.
monster sure didn't like that emerald. Those things have come in handy in the past.
Come in handy?
Speaking of which, Scofidios, thank you for the 23 months. A true blast from the past. Here's hoping we get a remaster of this Everything Wrong With alongside chat. You will. Absolutely. Absolutely you will. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You say that like, yeah, it's nice to have them. Need I remind you that ever since Sonic Adventure, and technically Sonic 3, you've needed those things?
What do you mean technically Sonic 3? You need them in Sonic 3 to get the last ending. Just to get the final boss. Okay, I don't think I knew that. I don't think I'd played through the entirety of Sonic 3 at this point, so I don't think I knew that.
Sure, not in colors, but saying that they've come in handy is the understatement of the century.
And I bet you double we're gonna need
all
all
7 emeralds.
Again, Tails is cheating. When have you ever not needed all 7? You didn't even need them in the classic games, but that fat bastard still left.
Why would I format the... This goes to show you where my mind is at nowadays. Why on God's green earth would I format the subtitles like this? All 7 fits on the top, and it would look a little bit more harmonious if they weren't the same. Like, why would I do this?
When have you ever not needed all 7? You didn't even need them in the classic games, but that fat bastard still laughed at you if you didn't get them all in the end.
Not in colors, and what about the DS version? Well, you do need them in the DS version, but you don't need them in the Wii version. But the thing is, you don't need any of them in the Wii version. So technically, they don't. That's like saying, oh, they only needed 5 in the Wii version of colors. It's just like, okay, weird.
Adventure's no fun if it's too easy.
Sonic 06 and Secret...
Honestly, this also introduced... Making the Everything Wrong with also introduced me to Kingdom Hearts, Sergeant, so... that's for both of us.
Rings would like to have a word with you.
What was the joke there?
Sonic 06 and Secret Rings would like to have a word with you.
What the fuck did I know about 06? I hadn't even played 06 yet. At this point.
Exactly why are you here and why are we fighting?
We're finally getting the answer to this.
Couldn't you just give me the damn 4th Chaos Emerald? We are friends, right?
Thanks, Sonic. You know, I got a hunch someone is controlling that monster.
I know that you're like the best detective ever, but you've been trapped in limbo for quite a while. How could you ever figure that out?
I mean, that gives them a lot of time to think.
That was very scary, but being with you makes it all better. Yeah! Hey, you look different.
Even classic Sonic doesn't like charming. I mean, I guess having to hear that you look different from a bunch of people you don't even know yet does get annoying after a while.
True.
I was scared because somebody took me, but now I'm
free!
I'm a
Freebie! Freebie! Freebie!
Whee!
And to this day, modern Sonic still thinks he's annoying. Okay, what the fuck?
What on earth, dude? Did I award that sin and then not change the scene? That's wild to me.
And to this day, modern Sonic still thinks he's annoying.
What? I used to do that? Wow, I can't imagine doing that nowadays.
Okay, what the
This
fuck?
timing
Sonic
is
06 never
fucking
happened.
strange
and even
to me.
if it did happen, this fight never did. Silver and Sonic were never in Crisis City at the same time. What, even Sonic Team knew that this Oleana fight was shitty?
How did I know that? That's had to be because of the wiki. I don't think I'd played Sonic 06 at this point in my life yet. I don't think. I'm almost positive I hadn't played this game yet.
Even so, why are we fighting?
Why are we fighting?
Can't believe this. I was supposed to beat you this time.
Well, maybe if you'd used the strategy you used last time, you would have.
What's Eggman even doing here?
I don't know, dude. I think regular Sonic could probably still beat the Egg Dragoon. Well, maybe, I don't know.
I thought you said he'd been kidnapped by that big weird thing that sent us all to this place.
Okay, first I doubt Classic Sonic said shit to any of you. Second, are you serious? None of you have figured out that the Death Egg robot was being controlled by Classic Eggman?
See? He was kidnapped.
Huh, so Tails was a cheating little bastard ever since he was younger. Saying he was kidnapped after we all just saw him get kidnapped is a definite cheat.
You're not...
Did I award the sin while I was talking?
He was kidnapped after we all just saw him get kidnapped is a definite cheat.
What? That was like frame 1 after I stopped talking. My God. Wow. When did I first play 06? When did I first play 06? Was it before I started doing that? No, there's no way I played it before I did the everything. Maybe it was. It was way after 06 came out. It was I'm pretty sure I was already a well, was I? I genuinely don't remember. It was not anywhere near 2006. It was well into the 2010s. Because I didn't have an Xbox growing up. I'm trying to remember when I would have played it for the first time. I don't remember.
You're not in a position to demand
anything,
you
nasty little pincushion.
Eggman!
But how? Yeah, how? You trying to control a force beyond your ken never works.
Dr. Robotnik!
Nobody calls me that anymore.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I saved hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Liberty, liberty, liberty.
You couldn't start the ad when I was getting the drinks?
Also, not a sin, but can someone please tell me what this dialogue is in Japanese?
This has always irked me. Ever since this video came out. So, I say here, also, not a sin, but can someone please tell me what this dialogue is in Japanese? That is one concept. That is the end of that sentence. That is the end of that question. I follow it up with...
Because he was always called Dr. Eggman in Japan, and this was written by people here in the West, so that joke wouldn't really work in Japan. Speaking of which, doesn't this
Speaking of which...
that he accepted the name Eggman far before Adventure 2? This would probably screw up a bunch of things in the timeline.
That was the sin. That last part was the sin. And I had so many annoying motherfuckers tell me, oh, you say it's not a sin, but then you give a sin afterwards. It's just like, hey, dipshit. The part where I ask what he's saying in Japanese is not the sin. That's the part that's not the sin. It's the part after that that is the sin. But, yeah, he still sins it. It's just like, dude, learn to separate concepts. Doesn't this mean that he is? This is the part where the sin or the sin comes into play. The me asking what he says in Japanese because he's never called Robotnik in Japan. That's a question. That's not part of the sin. Speaking of which is a separate idea. Like, hey, while on the subject of that, here's another idea. Doesn't this mean that he accepts the name Eggman far before...
the name Eggman far before Adventure 2? This would probably screw up a bunch of things in the timeline.
That's the sin. Did I ever find out what... yeah, reading comprehensions. What are they? Did I ever find out what he says in Japanese? Yes. I don't remember verbatim what he says, but Tails does say, oh, 2 Eggmans? Or two Eggmen? And then I think Eggman says something to the... Actually, why are we even putting guesswork into this? Hold on. Why are we even doing this? We can find out right now.
Disclaimer.
Shut up.
The following is
Stop.
a parody of Cinema Sins Everything Wrong with
Stop.
series. If you're unfamiliar with their humor, I suggest you go...
Bro. Really? Windy. Sonic Generations. That's not how you spell generations. Ben seat 20 months. Thank you, Ben. I put reacting instead of reacting. Oh, I'm such a silly bitch. You're so right. None of you are windy. What the hell? Oh, here it is. Here it is. That's the exact scene we're looking for. Hold on. You seem surprised. That's it. 2 Eggman. You seem surprised. That's it.
It will be my pleasure.
Most excellent and efficacious Dr. Eggman of the past.
After my most recent setback, I stumbled upon the primordial form of this unique creation, which I discovered had amazing
Wow, I actually
abilities
edited that to
even
make it faster.
I have never been able
I
to
used to
master.
do that back
It
then,
could
but I don't like
erase
doing that
time
now.
and space.
You just stumbled upon the baby form of a creature able to contort space and time at will after being abandoned in space.
That is what he said.
Time Eater Ex Machina if I've ever seen one.
To undo my previous defeats.
Leaving Orbot and Cubot in the vast reaches of space. Eggman is a dick to his own creations.
I'd do it.
I needed the help of somebody as smart as I am. The only
Me.
person that smart is
It's me, someone who knows less than I do.
This is something that has never made sense to me in time travel stories when you team up with your own self. Meeting yourself doesn't mean twice the brain. On the contrary, you're meeting up with someone who knows less than you yourself do.
Yes.
How is that at all useful?
I have not watched Prime yet, no.
I love this crazy laugh, but what on earth do you think Mike Pollock's direction was?
Yeah, Mike, in this scene, Eggman lets out a crazy laugh, so start out normal and then go back.
Oh, that's
We'll see who's crazy.
I did that on purpose to simulate someone in the recording booth. But it almost sounded like I used the YouTube like get rid of the music feature, and so my voice is just muffled for no reason. But I know exactly why I did that. It was to make it sound like someone in a recording booth. No, I love Orbot and Cubot. That was just a joke.
I destroy both Sonics.
They don't have to destroy
Forever.
both Sonics, just classic Sonic. If they kill classic Sonic, modern Sonic has no reason to exist. For a 300 IQ, I don't understand how neither of them thought of it.
Bonk. Wasted.
That was just to soften you up.
You mean that didn't kill them?
You've got this, Sonic.
You've got this, Sonic. I have for years, dude. I was humongously not a fan of the new voice cast. As a lot of Sonic fans who grew up with the series weren't. But Kirk Thornton I never liked his shadow. He's growing on me now, and I think that he's doing a lot better of a job now. But this was a line that I hated. I hated this line, dude. That one guy with the 50, thank you so much. Holy shit. You've been a huge fan of my videos since you were a kid. You even got into Sonic because of my videos. Wow. That's crazy to me. You just graduated high school, so you took the opportunity to thank you. Thank you so much, dude. That means a lot to me. Like, not just the dono, but your words and being around for as long as you have. That really means a lot to me. I'm muted? What? My voice cut off? What was the last thing I said? What was the last thing I said? What I was saying to that one guy is thank you so much for the kind words and for the donation, but mostly for the kind words. It means a lot to me that you've been watching this long. The Maiden and Red Snow, the Maiden and Red show. Thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. He sounded so off back then. I think that what the problem is, as someone who's a bit more seasoned now and who knows how things work a little bit more now, and I could still be wrong about this, I think that the direction for Kirk was to try to sound like David, whose last name is escaping me at the moment. I don't know why. All I can think of is David Hayter, but that's Snake and not Shadow. Like they gave him a voice clip of like, this is what Shadow should sound like. And so he's kind of trying to do the Shadow thing, but instead of like just doing the Kirk Thornton thing, because he can sound great with a deep voice. He can just sound really good. But I think he was just trying to imitate David Humphrey. Thank you, Paper Luigi. He was trying to do a David Humphrey impression. And so this is kind of what comes out when you're trying to do something like that. But just the fact that he shows up and he's just like, you've got this, Sonic. I always just hated the line itself and the way it's performed. I've never liked it. I have for years, dude. It just cuts off. Let's see with it too. Thank you so much. Omen's had a better Shadow VA than early Kirk. I wouldn't know. I would probably disagree, honestly. Oh, where is my thing? Oh, oops.
Come on, Sonic!
Smack him!
You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
You've got the
Power, Sonic!
Focus your spirit.
We're with you guys. I believe in you, Sonic. Don't give in, Sonic.
I know you can do this, Sonic.
Dude, okay. People shit on him so much, but I think Quentin Flynn, and no disrespect to Bryce Papenbrook, who is an excellent voice actor, and no disrespect to Pete Capella, also seemingly such a he seems like such a lovely dude and also very talented. Quentin Flynn is my favorite Silver. I think that he does such a good job voicing the character, and he didn't voice the character for long. I think that the most he ever voiced him was in Forces, I think. I genuinely think he did such a great job. Apparently, Kirk really likes the performance in Sonic X Shadow Generation, so we'll have to see. I am very confident that he will do a fantastic job in Sonic Shadow Generations. He did, you know where I really, really like her, aside from the Tails tube and the Sonic social media stuff, I really liked him in the Lego Sonic Dimensions game. I think he does a killer performance in that, and I think a lot of that has to do with him being directed by someone that wasn't Sega of Japan. I think that lended to the performance too. Adon with the 3, thank you so much. Silver, I don't know which one specifically you mean, but thank you. thank you, Kishu. Kishu. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate that so much.
Why aren't any of you assholes gonna help me?
I thought that sounded good.
Time to scramble some Eggman, supersonic style!
The Sonic 4 music? Why?
Okay, I also did not know that was the Sonic 4 music. I don't think I had played Sonic 4 yet at this point in my life. That was also something I just knew from the wiki. But I still don't like that they use the Sonic 4 music.
Something I don't understand is, why weren't Silver and Shadow at the party to begin with? More specifically,
Not invite.
why wasn't
Okay,
Shadow?
again, we're going to find this out, I'm sure, in the next game, which is wild, dude. I almost wonder. I know that this is 1000% not true, and this is not the case at all. But my headcanon, and what I choose to believe, is that, like, because of how popular this video is, people were like, oh man, that fucking Mexican. We gotta answer these questions now. These are burning questions that everyone agrees with.
Silver's excuse, if we're following the canonical timeline, that is that he lives in the future and never even met Sonic. Come to think of it, this story suggests that he does know who Sonic is, but
yeah, the combo from Live and Learn to the that is such a tease, dude. It's so bad.
Considering the ending of Sonic 06, unless this is a Silver from Rivals, which makes even less sense.
No, it doesn't.
This
It makes
story
more
is trying
sense.
to tell me that Rush, Rivals, and 06 were all canonical at the same time, which still doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm all for believing that Rivals and Rush are canon at the same time, say for Blaze being here for some reason when she lives in another dimension, and, you know, Eggman Nigga being either from the future or another dimension. The fight with Silver, if we're to believe Rivals is canon too, makes even less sense considering that the future is supposed to be fixed, yet for some reason Crisis City still exists. Saying that the Time Eater brought it back still doesn't explain it. They erased Solaris from existence, so it never could happen at all. So, what gives?
I'll admit,
I don't know.
you weren't half bad, Sonic.
You were. Sorry, excuse me.
That's some arm you got, Amy.
He collects
How many?
I never noticed it until now, but Modern scratches his head as if to be embarrassed by Amy. Classic is just surprised. Does he not know who Amy is yet? It's never said when Classic Sonic is from, clearly not Sonic 1 because he knows Tails by now, but Sonic CD happens between Sonic 1 and 2. Chronologically, CD came out a year after 2, yes, but canonically it's said to have happened sometime between 1 and 2. Another thing to note is that Classic Eggman doesn't question who Knuckles
How
and
many
Amy
times
are.
am I going to
Does
repeat
Classic
this
just not
clip?
recognize Amy in her modern design?
How many? Wow, where does somebody put all those gold rings?
So I actually recently discovered that this line is very different in Japanese too, and honestly, I can't pick which one I like of these two more. Ultra Levi with the 2, thank you so much. We almost got Live and Learn theme. Almost. He says something different in the Japanese version of this too. He says something about like, oh, I built. I think he says something about the cyclone, I think. Yeah, you added legs to the plane? What have you done to Sonic's tornado? I guess I really did go overboard with the legs. I can't tell which one I like more. I like both of them a lot, because both of them are very funny. Just for very different reasons.
You know what? I don't know. I keep forgetting to ask.
How do you forget to ask something so bizarre?
Also, you do it too, so you would know.
This isn't the first time that something like this happens in the series, but how do you learn something by just watching someone else do it?
Hey, Sonic! Enjoy your future! It's gonna be great!
So, that sin doesn't make any sense, this one, because the original joke was that I was going to show... Wait, no, but Sonic Boom hadn't come out yet. What was the original joke? I can't remember what the original joke was. I know it was 06. Like, the 06 box art was supposed to, like, show up slowly across the screen. but I think I was going to show other games with it too, or something. I don't remember. It's gonna be great!
Wait, Tails enters the portal to Green Hill Zone too. Wouldn't that mean that Tails has been to Green Hill too? Then there's no excuse to say that he's not familiar with the place in the beginning. What are they waving at? The portal closed already.
Buy nothing!
It was one of us. Shut up and keep looking.
The storybook. Oh, was it Secret Rings? It might have been Secret Rings. Yeah.
I hear sound effects, but I don't hear arguing.
I think it's because they're still maybe in the Japan. No, can't remember. They might still be arguing. I closed it again. They might still be arguing in the Japanese version. I can't remember. I don't. Maybe they are.
Nanja.
Yeah. Yeah. So the the English version is just awkward. They're not doing anything in it. Ultra Levi with 21 months. Am I sure we saw a door over there? What? You were the one who said you saw a door over there. Do we ever win?
Why do I hear wind? Isn't this place supposed to be empty?
Don't get too self-righteous. It'll be your plan pretty soon. I'm gonna
dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I heard that. Do we ever win?
If you did, neither of you would be in this predicament.
That's your definition of win. Beating Sonic.
Oh. Well, then no.
Also, if you count Riders as being canon, I do. I just like to think that it happens in the future.
I still do. I still like to think that Riders is a future Sonic game, not like... Although that kind of conflicts with some of the character... Like, Amy kind of goes back to being a fangirl, which kind of conflicts with it, but I still like to think Riders is a future game.
Then, yeah, you do win eventually. It's just that your prize is a crappy carpet.
That doesn't give me much hope.
Maybe I'll go back and get my teaching degree.
Eggman was going to be a
No,
teacher?
Eggman, don't do it! Their wages are shit!
Is trying to take over the world. What happened?
Oh, God.
I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
That's an okay one.
Hey guys, Char-I-5 here.
Is
The
it?
audience spoke and Sonic Generations won by quite the landslide.
It did.
My next parody won't cover Sonic, but another game franchise. In the meantime, you guys got to decide once again what Sonic game I'll cover next. Returning is Sonic Adventure, and the new options are Sonic and the Black Knight or Sonic Colors.
I think Colors
Voting
won?
ends on January the 14th,
It had to have won.
2015. I must mention once more, votes in the comments do not...
I actually had to like put up like, hey, here's all 3 videos.
and will not count. Be sure to take the poll, guys. Make sure to check out other stuff on my channel as well.
I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it. Okay, let's watch the next one since I pause a lot. Arkham Asylum. Wow.
Garfield is the #1 family movie in America.
Is it? I doubt it.
Blast.
There's no way.
That's amazing. I can't feel.
Is that the man?
The following is a parody.
I'm going to spare you guys the awful Kevin Conroy impression. Also, rest in peace to a real one. To an idol.
Hope you enjoy.
So the only reason I got into the Batman Arkham games was because I've been a Batman fan since I was... I never read any of the comics, but I was a huge fan of the animated series as a kid, even though I don't really remember any of it. And I had a friend in high school who was a huge fucking Joker fan. Like, it was insane how much he liked the Joker. And he let me play Arkham Asylum once. And holy shit, I fell in love I thought it was so goddamn cool. And so, like, I went ahead and played this, City, like, all the rest of them, and I love the Arkham series, dude. It's great. Like, look at how shit this footage is, dude. I cannot wait to play this game again, to recapture it for myself.
Look, dude, I don't care if you are Batman, you do not drive like that. Like, ever. Would you not care if you hit a pedestrian?
Okay, This is like the first time that this sounds more like me rather than me doing a shitty CinemaSins impression. Like, this sounds more like how I would say things rather than how Jeremy says things. Where's your super chat on screen? Oh, did it not show up? Lit C with the 2, thank you so much. But Eggman talks about Babylon Garden and Frontiers. Right, I know. But that was before. This was well before Frontiers. So like obviously that confirms that everything happens in chronological order, I guess. But I liked to believe that it was a future thing. Dude, I can count every pixel.
GCPD drive like that. What's the rush? Joker's been apprehended. Even if they know he's planning something, you can still drive calmly.
That sounds so much more like how I do. Why would I render the arrow like that? Flip the thing, dude.
Hitchhikers may be escaping patients. Unless you're a doctor, part of the GCPD or Batman, who would be driving down this road ever?
It could still be far away from Arkham Asylum.
Hey, Sharpie.
Sharpie.
That's Warden Shop to you.
That's Warden Shop to you.
I want him securely locked away this time. Another escape and I will lose support for my mayoral campaign.
Fuck the safety of the people of Gotham. If Joker gets away, Sharp loses his chance of becoming mayor.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
Scan initializing. You know what? I prefer the good old
Cavity's edge. Much more worse.
Ew.
Ooh, would you sneak in with your bats? Come on, tell me. Batarangs, bat claws, ooh, bat snacks.
Yes, not yet, and bat snacks.
Keep moving.
Dude, I want to play this game again so bad now. I shouldn't,
Wiring.
but...
Shocking. Get it? Puns.
Shut the fuck up. Like, you don't say puns all the time. Shut up.
Looks like he suffered minor lacerations, probably in the last 2 hours. There seems to be...
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
This is weird. Why does he want them to look into his asshole so much?
What a dick. I mean, shit.
You smell the excitement in the air. No? Must have been one of the guards then. Croc, old boy!
How the fuck did you know?
Wait, is this part of your plan too? How on earth did you know that Killer Croc was on that elevator?
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you,
Batman.
Oh, yes, it will.
The night is young, bats. I still have a trick or two up
It's
my
such a good
sleeve.
game.
I mean, don't you think
It's such a good
funny
game, dude.
how a fire at Blackgate caused hundreds of my crew to be moved here?
Dude, he's like giving you the answers. He's practically already telling you that this was his doing.
Well, I mean, it's not... It was gonna be obvious no matter what.
Long night, Jim. Joker invades City Hall and holds the mayor hostage, leaving it to me to juggle SWAT teams, the media, and you. Yeah, it's been a hell of a night.
Hell of a is actually a word.
Dude, I was so fucking shocked when I found out that helluva is actually a word. Because I was like, oh, come on, really? You're going to use contractions like that? I don't know. I've never liked that. And then I looked it up. I'm like, is helluva a word? And it's just like, yeah, no, it's a valid contraction of helluva. I'm like, what? That's insane to me.
Does anyone else find it weird that Gordon has that buff of a body?
Dude, Jim Gordon is ripped in this game. He's huge.
Joker's loose. Alert the ward.
Wow, these guys are pretty incompetent.
Honey, I'm home.
Wait, no one suspected Joker's plan. Why is Harley Quinn in the control room without setting off any suspicion? It seems odd that no one would pick up on that. Does no one ever visit the control room? Do the guards of the asylum not communicate very often?
I guess not.
How doesn't anyone at this point realize that Harley's out of her shell and that the guards in the control room aren't there?
I see anything.
Very
that
insightful
looks
for a
even
younger me.
Little bit like a bat, and this guard.
Honestly,
dies.
the Arkham Asylum, the Arkham series was how I learned a lot more about the Batman mythos. And dude, it is such a great consolidation of all the best parts of the Batman shows, the Batman movies, the Batman comic books. Like it is such a great. It's like they purposefully take every great part of the Batman mythos and put it together in video game form. I love it. Like, for example, I had no idea who the hell Victor Zsasz was before playing these games. And, like, I know so many more Batman villains because of these games. I would not know nearly half of them if not for these games.
It would have been some shit if they decided to host a Halloween party at the asylum with Batman.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Arlene Sorkin passed away, too. Ugh.
Oh, hiya, B-Man. Harley Quinn here. How do you like my new uniform? Pretty hot, huh?
Yeah, sure.
I got something to show you.
I think you're showing off enough, babe.
Oh my god, that is so not in character for me. Like that is like one of the least me. Like I do not behave like that. And so to hear me say that is just like it's so whiplashy to me. Golly gee willikers. I bet you are.
Old Sharp has never been happier.
Wait, how come Sharp gets a lap dance in week? Whoa, you aimed straight for his head. If you actually hit the Joker, wouldn't he be dead and wouldn't you be violating your code? I mean, I know they're non-lethal in the game, but those things look sharp. Damn it, pun not intended.
That's barely a pun.
Wait, what? All you did was step on it and it opened?
Seeing as how I'm feeling generous, I'll give you this one for free. Knock me off, I dare you. End this. Pull the plug. Stop me once and for all.
What, you hesitate now? A few minutes ago, you would have killed him without giving it a second thought.
Yeah. Seriously though, what must getting hit with a batarang feel like? Because they're super sharp in these games. Like they clang against metal. So I'm assuming they're sharp as shit. So if he hit the Joker in the head, slice right open, dude. Have I watched the Knuckles show? Yes, I have. I'm honestly shocked that that's never tripped a content ID for me. I thought maybe it did at some point. And also, I don't know how many of you are even old enough to remember that joke. I know that Dylan is. I know that Dylan is old enough to remember that meme. But I don't know if any of you remember that or know what I'm referencing. Ultra Levi with the 5, thank you so much. Somehow you missed the Batman Arkham games. Never played it all these years and you don't know why. Dude, if you ever get the chance to, they are very good action games. They are very good, like, collectathons. They're very good, like, beat 'em up kind of games. They're fantastic. I would be shocked. Okay, some of you at least know what it is. That makes me feel a little less ancient.
No way you're following us now. You're trapped down there till me and Mr. J are ready.
Hate to be that guy, but it's Mr. J and I. Just putting that out there.
It's Mr. J and I.
And Frank shot him dead. They never stood a chance.
Was Bowles alone?
Thought he was. Then I saw Harley Quinn.
I got distracted by those big bazongas.
They were just killing everyone in the room. I had no choice. I got in here, locked the door. I could see it on the security feed. They had someone with them. It looked like the commissioner.
Bowles is dead. They carried on without him. Must have outlived his usefulness.
Good. He was scum.
This guard is a dick to Bowles. Then again, Bowles was a dick to everyone.
Yes. I probably wouldn't have sent it back then.
I'll look after Maria. I promise.
Stop. I know what you're going to say.
Maria that guy's daughter? Because that's okay. But if it's his wife, you.
I mean, well, yeah. Also, I honestly thought I was going to make a Sonic joke, and I think I even considered it back then, but I was like, no, I can't. No, that's too much. You're younger. That's true. That's true, Aura. That's true.
Get it? Chilling message? Joe chill? No? Okay. Is it me or does the Batmobile look really tiny? I mean, earlier we saw that Batman had the Joker in the passenger seat, and here it looks like Batman could barely fit it.
Yeah.
Gordon's favorite tobacco. Gordon's smarter than he looks.
Batman is a dick to Gordon.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing to say. I thought Jim was stupid.
Where's Gordon?
Wouldn't you like to
I'm over here!
What, did you just expect him to be quiet?
Too easy. Oh, think about it. I put you in a little metal box, hanging precariously over a deadly drop.
I love this game, dude.
Blow the emergency brakes and drop you like a sack of puppies.
Joker is a dick to puppies. Oh my god, he's a dick to everyone. Why is that he's a psychopath. I don't know why I said psychopath like that.
Yeah, he's right. Batman's not being too smart here, is he? I mean, sure, we all know that Joker wouldn't really kill Batman that easily, but you never know what this guy has up his sleeve.
I mean, Batman kind of does. Some Resident Evil ass shit right here. Is that the joke I make?
Whoa, is this a Batman game or a horror game? Batman has red eyes, just in case you thought this was real.
No, James Gordon is deceased.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Did you just poke a dead person's eyes? Didn't look like you closed them at all.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like a man.
Especially when you were like, what, 8?
Mom?
Bruce, don't let us die.
Well, too late for that.
You're in my world.
He sounds nothing like this in
That
Arkham
must have been
Knight.
some good weed.
I will break you back.
Yeah, because that's what weed does, you fucking idiot. Dan, kudos with it too. Shadow reincarnated to keep his that was Shadow the Hedgehog. That's who that Arkham Asylum guard was.
Then the Bruja.
No, Bane.
This time I break you. This is so awesome.
Well, there goes the Batmobile. Also, yeah, no, I don't care if you're Batman. Setting the coordinates for the Batmobile to run over Bane at that exact time is complete
That's
boosh.
bullshit. Like, my only thing with that is, like, Narwhal with the new membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The only thing I can imagine is, like, he has like, kind of how in Arkham Knight, it's just like, Batmobile, come to me. And, but, like, it's gonna destroy a bunch of shit on its way. How would it, I guess it can auto drive. Is it a Tesla? Is the Batmobile a Tesla? Do you think it's a Tesla?
Bane called Dr. Young Bruja. What does it mean?
I've always hated this line. As a Hispanic, I've always hated this line.
It's Spanish for witch.
There is no way Gordon heard what you just said. Also, why does it matter?
Pull up all you can.
He says it so somberly, like, it's Spanish for witch. It's like, oh, all right, cool.
Find on Dr. Young. I'll go through anything you find once I get to the cave.
Turned off collision detection. I don't know.
On Arkham Island?
I built it years ago.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
On.
Dude.
That's some pretty good voice recognition. Why?
On. Not even, hey, bad computer, on, just on.
Didn't you just have this with you when you left?
Yeah, that was stupid.
We can cut through here.
But it's starting to rain. Bruce is tired. Can't we just wait around here?
Come on, keep up. We're nearly there.
Well, Arkham City suggests that Crime Alley is behind the Monarch Theater, right? How on earth would going through the back door be at all a faster way to Alfred than exiting through the front?
I'm sorry, though.
I think more so what the thing, I don't know if any other Batman media, because I don't know all Batman media, but I don't know if it's ever been properly explained why they take the back alley. I'm assuming it has something to do with just being discreet rather than, you know, convenience. Because, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Why would they? And I don't know why I'm referencing Arkham City as it's no matter what, Crime Alley has always been behind the theater or beside the theater. I don't know why I'm using Arkham City as an example, but yeah, no, why would they do that?
Just need to ask you some questions.
How would I say the Bruja line? I wouldn't. I would avoid it altogether. It's a stupid line you don't need to say. You've always wanted to play the Arkham games, but you don't know where to start. So this is the first one. Arkham Asylum is the first one, and there is, I believe, I think you can get all 3 games on Steam. Asylum, City, and Night. Unfortunately, and it's always bothered me that this is the case. There are 4 games as far as I'm concerned. I love Origins as well. For me, this is controversial, but I love Night the most. I think Night is my favorite Arkham game. then City, then Origins, then Asylum. And that's not to say that I think Asylum is bad. I just think that the other games are a lot more polished than it. City is a masterpiece. City is a fantastic game, but I think that there's a lot of bloat in it. Like, you could say the same about Night, but I always felt like Night was a lot more of a rounded experience when you include all the DLC and everything. But Origins is seldom included when it comes to bundles and stuff, which sucks because I think it's it's on par with City for me. City barely beats it out just because I think it's, overall a better game, but it's nitpicking at that point. I think Origins is fantastic, and I think the reason it's not included in a lot of those bundles is because it was made by WB Montreal, and it wasn't made by Rocksteady, the way the other games were.
Can I get you anything?
No worries, Fast Fox. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
His parents just got murdered. Of course he's not okay.
Of course he's not okay. See what I mean, though? Like, that sounds so much more like something I would say now. I can't believe Arkham Asylum is the first one I did this with.
I don't know.
I'm saying Asylum isn't bad, but the others are better. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's this city. There's something wrong with it.
If I could do something wrong with Gotham City, I would. It's just that name doesn't have the same ring to it.
I can smell her sweat and tears as they run over her flesh.
Who wrote that line?
Ever felt trapped by endless ads?
Yeah, you ever think about that? That someone has to write this dialogue? I can smell her sweat on her neck as she...
Just stay where you are. Last thing I need is you running free.
Irony. How come Ivy just has a jacket and nothing else? I mean, I kind of don't get her design in the series. Is she nude? Why just a jacket and no pants? Does she have pants and just chooses not to wear them? Why?
Yeah, her design in this is really weird.
You know that.
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Harley's design in this game either. It is so overly sexualized. A woman was not involved in this design process at all. Like, there is zero shot that they consulted a woman when they made this design. It is absurd as far as the design goes.
I always thought there was a spark between us.
So have millions of fanboys out there for some reason.
Come and get me, Bats.
I double dare ya. You can't turn down a double dare. Again, that's so a thing I would say today. This shit is hilarious. That is hilarious to me.
Hey, hands off the merchandise.
Yeah, Batman. Oh.
Jay, he's in the secret.
I was getting way better at timing too. That was timed so well. Kevin Joseph with the 2, thank you so much. Who let Suda 51 design? Honestly, it is a pretty Suda 51 design, isn't it? I never noticed that. Yeah.
Live in the gardens and oh crap!
How are you a doctor again?
Let him go now.
Really?
Okay, if you say so, Bats. No, not like that.
Poor choice of words, cliche.
I didn't mean it. Bonk.
Awesome, we get to use the Batwing. Oh.
I know Dr. Young mutated these plants to produce venom.
Also, I think Origins is the only time you get to use the Batwing in this series.
Yes, and I heard it through the grapevine. The evil woman paid the price.
I will say that even though her design is ridiculous in this game, I vastly prefer her design in Asylum to the way that she was redesigned for Arkham Knight. She looks really, really weird in Arkham Knight. Now, I don't think the design is bad necessarily, but this looks a lot more stylized, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Cragley Man with the 2, thank you so much. Bayonetta was designed by a woman, just saying. Okay, but Bayonetta's design is cool though.
Grapevine, get it? Because it's a plant? Okay.
There's a plant growing deep in Arkham Island. Only it can counter the effects of this Titan strain.
There's only one of the thing you need, and it's in this area you're currently in, cliche.
And only I have it.
Oh, in Killer Croc's lair.
The thing you need is in a place you don't want to go to, cliche.
I was hoping for a 40-foot killer plant, but you don't always get what you want.
I never noticed how much they foreshadow stuff in this game.
I figured you'd be here about now.
I love
What's the
him.
deal with the plants?
It's complicated.
Let me guess. Poison Ivy. She teamed up with Joker.
Not that complicated, huh, Batman?
Yeah. Oh god, this shit is so cool.
For fuck's sake, is this Arkham Asylum or Eternal Darkness?
Oh, shut up. It's cool.
Can I keep him, sweetie, please?
This is so dope.
Wait, we're the Joker? Does that mean we can get a lap dance from Harley now? Don't you just hate it when you wake up and you see your own tombstone?
Sie sind das Essen, und wir sind die Jäger.
Yeah, I'm with Scarecrow on this one. We were in that LSD trip that Batman saw, but they never physically left reality. So was Batman beating the shit out of a bunch of mooks while Crane just stood there like a dumbass? How did Batman get him behind bars? This is some Resident Evil 4
These edibles ain't shit.
Well, there goes the only fun boss battle in the game.
Yeah, honestly. That is the one thing about these games, is that the boss battles are kind of shit. Now, mind you, this is not my footage.
All these guys sound pretty much the same.
Everyone always.
Wait, what? Is the one on the monitor pre-recorded? Because it's in no way moving at the same time. Or the
Yeah,
same direction the real
well, that
Joker
has to
is.
be the case, right?
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
6, 5, 4.
Do you even know what a second is? Because I don't think you do.
Beating up Bane.
That's a reference to something, and I don't know what it's a reference. The only reason I know that joke is because Stargamer used to say it to me, and I knew that he was referencing something, but I don't know what the reference is.
Beating Scarecrow to Croc. Slapping around Harley.
My hobby, by the way.
Wait, what do you mean by slapping around Harley? In the lap dance way or in the misogynist way?
Clearly in the misogynist way. What are you talking about? Tammy Flakes with the 5. Plans for Sonic or FNAF? Yes, I have a new FNAF video coming out hopefully soon. I don't know when. This wasn't my footage. No, I still wasn't using my own. Dude, it's gonna be a while until I start using my own footage for these videos. I forget when I started to do it.
I have nothing to live for.
Yeah, no, shouldn't he be dead? I mean, that was a tranquil dart straight into the jaw. I bet that was pretty
Speaking of which, where's the dart?
pointy too. No? Okay.
Was that the first no okay? There's no way that was the first one I ever did.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? I think that's an Egoraptor reference. Also, I don't know why that in and of itself is a sin. I just would have sinned this stupid-ass design. Batman!
Is this the final battle? Don't tell me this is exactly like all the other Titan battles. It's not, right? Oh, son of a
No, this wasn't the first son of a goat. I've said son of a goat.
Anything you throw at me, bats. You can't beat me. I'm actually going
This
to
is dope as shit, by the way.
for the next round.
Always.
What?
I'll never let you win. Never.
Shots that go hard as fuck. Actually, this is so cool. So for context, because in case you don't know what Batman just did, there's an item you can get in this game called explosive gel, and he just sprayed his knuckles with it. He's going to punch the Joker and then make his fist explode, effectively giving him an explosive punch. It sounds so ridiculous, and it is. But this is so cool. Oh, it's Dragon Ball Z Abridged. That's why I don't know the reference. That's what it was.
I've always wanted to know, how do you make a non-lethal explosive? I mean, because all it does is knock people out. Joker should have no jaw, and Batman's freaking hand should have blown up.
Narwhal with the 10, thank you so much. Awesome to see me look back on this. It's been a while since this video came out. I've always been a source of constant entertainment for you, the good and bad. Love. Thank you so much. I love you too, in the platonic way. Thank you so much.
How long are these fucking credits?
They are long, dude. They're like 40-minute credits. These are some 40-minute ass credits. can drop my pants.
I'd be happy.
There it is. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna skip these. So this art was done by an ex-girlfriend of mine. And we were, if I remember correctly, we were reconnecting around the time this video came out. And she knew that I was making a video on Arkham. And so she made this art for me. I wasn't even making custom art for the thumbnails at the time, so I don't remember why she made this art. But I ended up using it as the thumbnail art. I don't know if I'll replace it eventually. It is a little awkward just because, you know, it's not my art. But B, like, it would be weird to replace it just because this end slate segment is here. And so this wouldn't make sense afterward. But I mean, I might. Just because, like, it feels weird that it's someone else's art and not mine. But we'll see. This is true. Why did the Titan formula give Joker a mohawk? Why did that happen? Dude, Sonic and the Black Knight.
Disclaimer.
Oh, is that my Caliburn impression? Cragley Man with the 5, thank you so much. One of your favorite details about Batman and the Joker is that they're literally the same person, which is why Batman's can never... Yes. I don't know. I'm a huge psychology dude, and so, like, I mean, it's a lot probably more and less complicated than that, but it's a dichotomy that I really enjoy in fiction.
The following is a parody of
Shiny Eevee. Yeah, so that was an animation that I did way back in the day, called The Thing About Shiny Eevees. Again, in case you didn't know, I was an animator. Well, not like professionally, but I was aspiring to be an animator before doing the YouTube thing, before the Everything Wrong With stuff. And around that time, I was still trying to do the animation thing. I was under a multi-channel network called Channel Frederator, who you've probably seen their bumpers if you've ever seen Nicktoons, The Fairly Odd Parents. I forget what other cartoons are technically under their umbrella. I was part of their multi-channel network at the time, and they were encouraging people to make animations because they were going to feature you and everything. That never really got me anywhere, though. Animation never got me far in YouTube. I've never really been a good animator by any means. And that was a video that I did. The Thing About was a sort of series that I was trying to start at the time, which was just like little skits. It's like, oh, the thing about this, and it's just like a funny little irony about any given thing. And the joke, I'm trying to remember what the joke about that one was. The joke was like, it's a Pokemon trainer who finally hatches a shiny Eevee. But the Eevee isn't female or something, and so like he wanted to make it a Sylveon, but because it's not female, he's like, oh, I can't make you a Sylveon. And so he just abandons the Eevee, and then the Eevee's like out for revenge or something like that. I can't remember. You're actually starting to become an animator right now. Awesome, that's awesome.
CinemaSins Everything Wrong With series. If you're unfamiliar with their humor, I suggest you go watch their content first. The intent
Bravest
of this
Warriors,
video is
that's
for
right.
comedy
Yeah.
and entertainment purposes only.
So that is the Channel Frederator channel, right? That is their channel, but then they had a multi-channel network that I was a part of.
That being said, the creator of this video means no offense to the creators of the game in question, the game in question itself, the game's franchise, or the people who like the game in question. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy.
Oh, wow! It barely beat out Wait, did it barely beat out Adventure or Colors? Wow, dude, that's so close. Do I think Batman killed Joker at the end of the Killing Joke or not? I like to believe he did. But I don't know. That's true. Sylveon's got the trans colors and everything. It's true. Oh! This is so bad. This footage is awful. Oh my god, I'm so glad I captured it myself now. This is one I'm really excited to remake, because this footage is ass. This is booty cheeks, dude. Look at this frame rate. It's like less than 6.
In the Sonic the Hedgehog universe.
That's been a thing before.
Is this Sonic the Hedgehog or Soul Calibur?
That is a giant ass sword. Yeah, that's a valid question.
Apparently that chant from Secret Rings can apply to anything. Ifrit golems or blue hedgehogs. Also, you said the same thing twice. Which is it? Ifarasaris Yesaras or Ifarisaris Yesarik? Even Eraser Jin's version is different. His is Ifarasaras Yesarak, so which is it?
It's a good question. Ah, why is this frame rate so bad? This is awful.
Your stomach should be scratched right off.
From a distant world.
Forgive my abrupt summons.
Shara?
Shara?
What? Whoa.
He sure can put it away.
Yeah, okay.
He could. He probably could. Maybe not in the exact same position he tossed it, but he probably could.
Not Shara is addicted to Sonic.
Not Shara. I shall
Why
give
is it still a galloping
chase.
sound when they're not even on the floor?
Without loyalty to the king, we are nothing.
Why only 3 Knights of the Round Table?
Probably because they didn't have the budget to make this game bigger, honestly.
Let me see.
He clearly says let me see, but the subtitles read let me see.
He's plunging his kingdom into a world of horror and chaos.
You mean like a big old haunted house? This'll be cool. It'll be like Halloween all year long.
Oh, Sonic, you fucking dumbass.
Also, maybe I asked this during the marathon, but would people in our 30 and times even know what Halloween is? Like, would the Celtic holiday even exist? I mean, maybe it would. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go get it. Be back in a flash.
Wait, Sonic.
How does one stay in that pose? The Legend of Zelda.
It goes by.
Why was that? I would have said, like, we interrupt Sonic and the Black Knight to bring you the Legend of Zelda, not just the Legend of Zelda.
That's kind of sorry looking.
Sonic is addicted to Caliburn.
You are the chosen one.
You are but a squire.
I believe in a universe where an anthropomorphic blue hedgehog can be summoned by a purple-haired mage to kill a king. I really do. But a talking sword? That's just stupid.
That's my limit. A talking sword. Dude. Fucking a talking
If it
sword.
selects its bear, then why is Sonic the so-called chosen one? And if Caliburn selects its bear, then why did Merlina send Sonic to get him? Wouldn't Caliburn be able to reject Sonic?
Brace yourself, or I shall train you until you are worthy.
That had to have been a mistranslation, right? Because, like, yeah, he's like berating Sonic from the get-go, so I don't think he's like choosing Sonic at all.
Shall train you until you are ready. Your first lesson?
The final non-final boss. Now.
This could go on forever. You sure you're a sacred sword?
Suddenly, Fire Emblem.
It is you, sir, who
Lacks
lacks
the
the
proper
proper
fighting
fighting. A fool of a knight, not even worth slaying.
You kicked my ass, but I'm still better than you, cliche.
I haven't done any Kingdom Hearts games in this video, or do I do all of them in part 1? No. I haven't gotten to any Kingdom Hearts games yet.
Character do not steal.
Also, I do like that joke.
Call you Knave the Hedgehog.
Original character do not steal.
Being in that rock for so long has taken its toll.
Ha! Not the sharpest tool in the shed, huh?
Somebody wants to... Come on, dude. The joke was right there.
Seek out the blacksmith in the castle tower.
They are just Sonic-themed isekai.
Blacksmith.
Oh, that's a Markiplier. Dude, wow, that's a Markiplier reference. Do people even know what that is? Do people even know what Where's the Blacksmith is? Now that he has a bajillion subscribers? I used to watch him, like, before he even had 1 million. Not that I'm flexing or anything. It's not a flex, but, like, this was around the time that he, like, got huge. Because I think this was the same year that FNAF came out. And so, like, it was around the time that he was blowing the fuck up. And I don't think people even know what Where's the Black... That is such a deep cut. I barely remember that joke. Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa, that was like instant death.
Dun, 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 dun.
But I would be recognized in town. I shall remain behind in hiding.
All right, then I guess it's so long for now.
The Black Knight's looking for both of you now. You think they wouldn't notice a blue hedgehog wielding a sword?
He can run away.
Of course I could. Now, what's the sword's name?
What difference does it make what the sword's name is? Just sharpen the damn thing.
Well, okay, there's a reason for that, right? I think that back in the day, blacksmiths... There was a reason that blacksmiths had to know the name of the sword. I don't exactly know why. Hold on. We're finding this out now. We're doing it live. Why did blacksmiths Will, Jaden, and sorry, need to know name of the sword? Okay, but why? Does anyone know why? It's from Elixir Animation. Well, I mean, no, it's not from Elixir Animation. Elixir Animation probably animated that moment, but... Does no one know? Okay. I'm almost certain there's a reason why they need to know the name of the sword, but I don't know right now.
Knight of the Round Table.
I challenge you to a duel.
Why couldn't they give that line to Gawain? Dan Green saying that would have been appropriate.
It would have. Well, because it's not originally in English, you idiot.
Will you abandon your sword and flee? Sounds good to me.
We interrupt these Sonic and the Black Knight cutscenes to bring you The Brave and the Knave by Dr. Seuss.
That's actually a pretty good joke. I actually like that joke.
So he was one of the Knights of the Round Table?
The mightiest of all. And the closest to King Arthur.
The mightiest knight of the Round Table is the first knight you fight. His second battle doesn't count story-wise.
Doesn't it? I mean, well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. To know who it belongs to, maybe. It might be. Yeah. It might be why. To identify who forged it. I think you're correct, Aura. I think you're right.
We're here.
No shit, Caliburn, but where is here?
It's about Excalibur, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You don't waste any time, lady.
Nimue, not a problem. Amy, problem.
Up to the task? This will not be easy.
Ha! I'm the world's fastest hedgehog.
Sonic, how fast you are on foot is relevant to if you're up for it or not.
A great big dragon attacked my village.
What even are you?
Lancelot is also the closest knight to King Arthur's wife. Yikes. I mean, true, but also yikes.
Tell me you're going off to slay a dragon now?
Yes, we are.
What of the ladies' tests?
You will never make it in time.
Make it in time.
How does Caliburn fail to see that this would be the act of compassion? Is he really that much of a dick?
Ha! You look just like this knucklehead I know.
Ho! You
Ho!
dare mock Sir Gawain, Knight of the Round Table?
Did Gawain just call Sonic a hoe? Best Sonic game
He did,
ever.
dude. He did.
Lose to a mere apprentice.
I have been disgraced.
Only death can remove
He's gonna
the stain
seppuku,
upon my
dude.
honor.
Suicide. Wow, that's sad.
That he did unaliving, dude.
I shall show you how to blunt the power of it.
I think I want. I don't know if I do, but I remember wanting to make a weed joke. So me, the person who had never even 420'd in my, who thought like I'd go to jail or whatever if I ever 420'd back then. Me making a weed joke. I mean, obviously I look back on it now and I think it's so funny. But back then I'm like, oh, how do I turn this into a weed joke? That would be so funny.
Want the power of Excalibur? I know what you mean, but it straight up sounds like a drug joke.
It doesn't, though. You forced it.
Brave knight, chosen one of Caliburn.
Caliburn didn't choose him.
Save the hugs and kisses for later.
Excuse you? Jeez, what a cockblock.
Sir Sonic, Knight of the Wind.
This music is
exactly
great.
How did they get out of that predicament? I mean, they're hanging over lava. Even if they managed to get back up to where they were, how'd they get Caliburn out of the wall?
Yeah.
Merlina!
Oh yeah, Merlina.
Then let us have another look at that unsightly
swordsmanship. Dalen McMunn with the 5. Thank you so much.
You didn't ask anything.
My rewrittens give you motivation to do your own right. Do I plan on covering Bayo 3 and Origins? Yes. Is everything wrong with? I do plan on covering them at some point. I just... honestly, I haven't even... I don't even own them yet.
He challenged you. That's not literally asking for a fight.
I am immortal.
Why didn't Sonic recognize Lancelot and Percival? Well, okay, so actually, doesn't he? I think he does recognize Lancelot. By the time that he talks to Percival, he knows that that's not actually Blaze. Because, like, I think that this is continuing from Secret Rings, where, like, he kept calling people around him by their real-world counterparts. So by the time he does Black Knight, he's just like, oh, I remember when he meets the blacksmith for the first time, he's just like, yo, Tails! Wait, no, it can't be. So like, he recognizes that that's not actually Tails. But I think he does make a joke about Lancelot, doesn't he? I'm almost certain he does say something about, like, oh, you sound so much like this other guy I know. Similar to what he says to Knuckles. But with Percival, it's just straight up like, okay, I mean, I know that this isn't Blaze, so why even bring that fact up?
Mortal, you cannot defeat me.
Eraser Jin said the same thing, and he's stuck in a lamp now.
Dude, he straight up killed a guy. Like, he straight up thought he had murdered a
Called
man.
Sonic a hoe. He was going to kill himself after he lost. Nimue was going to teach Sonic how to do drugs, and Sonic just killed a guy. Why is this game rated E again? It's edgier than Shadow the Hedgehog.
You'd better start explaining, Merlina.
Merlina!
Where did he come from?
The sky.
This was all he left after he disappeared in a puff of smoke. Just like one of the Knights of the Underworld.
There was never any King Arthur.
He wasn't actually real, so we didn't actually kill him, cliché.
Oh, thank God.
Sonic, get back! I brought you here, but I was actually the bad guy, cliché. Why does Lancelot have hover shoes? I mean, there's no technology, and Merlina's the only wizard we know, so it's not magic.
It could be magic.
Isn't there more to being a knight than serving a king?
Sir Sonic is right.
Yeah, no, you didn't hear that.
Well, isn't Lady Nimue? She's like complete magic, right? So I mean, she could be she could be omnipresent. She could have heard that no matter where she was. And its people.
I'm counting on you.
He clearly said I'm counting on you, but the subtitles read I'm counting on ya.
Your efforts are futile.
Your efforts are futile, cliché.
My timing is wild on this.
I am the sacred sword Caliban. I am the one who decides
who lives or dies.
I thought you were just responsible of who used you.
You?
You
are the one and true King Arthur?
No, he's just king. Not King Arthur, King Sonic.
I think I'm misunderstood. Like, I think that past me was misinterpreting the text. He would be King Arthur. the rightful king of...
Speaking of which, I can only assume everyone has a storybook counterpart. Why doesn't Sonic? Maybe Sonic's counterpart is the real King Arthur.
Because he is...
I was called in to be part of the tale of King Arthur.
Also, I think this cutscene trips the content ID system or something.
But I gotta tell you, it was no picnic.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Because of this song, I think.
Would have thought I was the real King Arthur.
I know, right? It's like it's complete boosh.
Lamest excuse ever. You just forgot about our date.
I mean, Sonic had 2 chili dogs.
No,
so
it's
maybe one of
true,
them was
I
for
tell
Amy.
ya.
I doubt that, but it's not out of the question. I never thought about this before, but what if Sonic was lying and we just went through his own story to tell Amy so he could get out of the date?
So, okay, remember how I mentioned that the frame rate was off? That I mentioned it was like 6 frames per second or something? I actually just remembered because of this next part, this sort of epilogue part. I think I rendered it in the wrong frame rate.
So, is it too late to ask where this fanfiction plot came from? I mean, because if Sonic's King Arthur...
Yeah, like, did you see how that came up? I wouldn't have wanted it to render like that, so I think I might have rendered in like 24 frames or something by accident. I don't know why.
That means whomever is his wife cheats on him with Shadow. Shadow's the adoptive son of Amy, and Silver is Shadow's son. In saving Sonic's wife from being executed for cheating on him, Shadow kills Knuckles' brothers, thus making them enemies. Oh yeah, and Blaze and Jet are sister and brother. So... yeah, DeviantArt or fanfiction.net.
Whoa, wow! How did I not catch that? Like, the tally screen shows up. Hold on. What the what? Oh, also back then I wasn't rendering them separately. They were all part of the same timeline on my video on my project file. Also, having to do this is Stash Hand, thank you for the 22 months. Jason Griffith's send-off as the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, getting chased and possibly beaten into the ground by the giant unbeatable toy hammer. Correct.
Apprentice Knight. Hey guys, Troy5 here, and thanks for watching Everything Wrong with Sonic and the Black Knight in about 9 minutes. Now, last time it was kind of a close one. This game
Okay,
won
this is
by...
just me talking about the next poll, because I used to do polls back then. This one shocks me. I'm shocked that I did. This is only the 9th Everything Wrong With. This is the part of the first 10, and it's Jak and Daxter. That's so weird to me. And I was recommended Jak and Daxter because I played Sly Cooper, and so I think someone in the comments was like, "Oh, you should do Jak and Daxter. If you like Sly Cooper, they're like very similar games, and they came out at around the same time." And so I was like, "Okay, cool." So I played the game. Fell in love with it. I love Jak and Daxter. Again, this is still not my footage, but you'll notice that it has less than 300,000 views. That's the biggest reason as to why I've never touched the sequels yet, because this video did so poorly compared to the other games. I've just never bothered. I will do the sequels because I really do want to play them, but this one just has never performed well.
Disclaimer! The following is a parody of CinemaSins' Everything Wrong With series.
It's honestly not a terrible Daxter.
If you're unfamiliar with their humor, I suggest you go watch their content first. The intent of this video is for comedy and entertainment purposes only. With this in mind, it's also worth mentioning that the sentiments of the creator of this video towards the game in question will not interfere with the content of the video itself. That being said, the creator of this video...
How long am I streaming until after colors? I don't know.
The game in question itself, the game's
I'm not
franchise,
sure.
or the people who like the game in question. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy.
I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rock... I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father...
I love seeing
and my
that.
father's
Sony
fathers
Computer
failed
Entertainment
to
Incorporated.
Narration.
Who were the...
Was that the first ever narration sin I ever did? I don't do those anymore, because, I mean, that's stupid.
Precursors. Why did they create...
I think I did that because CinemaSins does it. I could be wrong.
The vast monoliths that litter our planet.
Can I get copyright ID'd by an ad YouTube puts up? I hope not.
What was their purpose? And why did they vanish?
Look, I don't know why any of this matters, but right off the bat, Samus would be great at CinemaSins.
You can tell that I, like, processed my audio differently from the last video, too.
I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall.
Okay, I understand why you'd ask a plant. They are living things after all. But why the fuck would anyone ask the rocks? Are they sentient?
And rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Greeny. Go!
First and third person.
Hey! Jack?
Oh, no.
Old green stuff told us not to come here.
And you're just discussing this now because...
Continue your search for artifacts. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it.
Wait, what? Okay, first off, my voice has echo filter and or reverb to signify I'm evil cliche. Second off, why is it that Goal has the vocal effects but Maya doesn't?
Well, I'm glad Maya doesn't. I can barely understand what Goal is saying.
This place gives me the creeps.
Yeah, what are you doing here? You guys don't know what eco is.
This is surprisingly cinematic for a first game in a series. You can tell that Naughty Dog was really, like, refining how they did shit, even back then.
Yet, so you didn't come to check out Dark Eco.
But if you ask me, they must have been real losers.
Losers?
Wow, how did you do that?
Silent protagonist must remain silent, cliche.
Only in this game, though. I think he speaks from the second game onward.
Daxter's dead, right? Right? Oh, son of a goat.
Man, that stung.
So, like, how come the Dark Eco turns Daxter into an Otzel? That's pretty fucking specific.
What? Wait, so looking at your hand gave away that you changed, but the fact that you now have to look up at Jack while he kneels didn't?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I got no dick!
Get it? Because he no longer has a penis? Okay.
And Daxter, you finally...
I can't tell if I'm disappointed in myself now, or... Oh, man.
They took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with Dark Eco.
Is that the only explanation to why he changed into an Otzel? Because that makes it even more specific.
And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
None of the three
What?
maintain the other teleporter gates.
The portal took my dick!
On for quite a while.
What a coincidence.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment.
How convenient.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav zoomer? Rule number 1. I don't date animals.
At least you'd learn a thing or two about you.
Did you pay the bill?
Again. People are here to see Jack and Daxter. Why are you making this about Sonic? Music Making Man with the 3, thank you so much. Everything wrong with FNAF Help 1 and 2 when? I don't know when exactly, but hopefully sometime this week. I'm trying to get a sponsor on it, or trying to finalize things with this. I mean, that's not why it's taking so long. I just haven't had the time to finish editing it. I'm in the midst of editing it in between doing this and other things. I haven't uploaded in so long that I wanted to do a stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're funny.
Even as a sarcastic remark, that's still not true.
Minimum contribution is a very
He looks like a VeggieTales character, doesn't he?
90 precursor orbs.
Let's see. Bribery, check. Expensive bribery, check. Willing to take credit for things he didn't do, check. Can't solve the village's issues by himself. Yep, this guy's a politician if I've ever seen one.
Oh, how
Boys,
topical.
You have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election.
You got back from your birthday surprise to the theater. Want to see how I'm doing today? I'm doing okay in the midst of some sag, but thank you and happy birthday to you.
How does that guarantee your re-election? All they did was restore power to the village. Even if you'd done it yourself, I don't see a valid reason to re-elect you.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, jolly good. Hey, you have the precursor orbs?
You know, the more I think about it, precursor orbs are pretty common. I mean, literally, they're scattered throughout the world. Power cells seem to be much more valuable, so I don't understand why the specific trade. We never really asked for the power cells, they're offered to us.
You think you can help an old man and try to get him back into the corral?
You're voiced by the same guy who does Batman. Start acting like him. Also, dude, you have
That's
a
Kevin Conroy?
I don't endorse animal abuse, but literally all we do is beat
That's
those cows
epic.
into the corral. I do not see why you can't do the same.
I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainfree.
Over fascination with birds.
If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled
Yeah, fuck you if you like birds.
hay down at the base to catch it safely.
This doesn't make any sense. Even with the hay, wouldn't the shell crack upon impact?
Present to me 120 precursors. Please bring them to me, Shadow.
Even the ancients were greedy
Please.
wars.
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
Thanks,
You have
Black
proven
Doom.
yourself worthy.
Thank you, Dr. Claw.
I guess that is more... He does sound more like Dr. Claw than Black Doom. Yeah, this was before the don't make a politics joke. It sure was.
Hey! Little furry dude!
That's... Nope. I have a family. I cannot be making those jokes anymore.
Oh, God, why this stereotype?
It's a good stereotype. I like it.
I get it. Like a sidekick.
Get it? Because he's a sidekick. Ah, fuck it.
I think she ran away to that Misty Island.
Wait, how? Did she swim there? Because that bitch is pretty fast, but how did she get to Misty Island? In fact, why do we all of a sudden need this asshole's permission to use his boat? Didn't Jack and Daxter use a boat earlier to get there and back? Did they steal it? Could we not just steal it again?
Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
I don't see how one makes up for the other.
I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop
Oh,
the
this
shield's
shit
temperature quickly.
sucked.
So you
I
expect
remember.
me to believe that you compress cool air, not helium, so they shouldn't even be floating, into balloons that look like they were made out of leather or something equally flammable to prevent this hovering motorcycle from overheating? Doesn't that sound a tad too complicated?
Bring me 90
It's not
orbs to
optimal.
get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return.
I don't
In
even want to know
return.
where you're keeping that power cell.
I sure don't.
My aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Whoa, I just realized that... Whoa, okay. This might have been around the time that I started using the opacity or the opacity. Yeah, it definitely was. So, you know how nowadays, instead of like squishing the video or you know, to make it seem more cinematic and to put the counter on, the timer, and the subtitles, I'll have like the bars still show most of the game, but it's still just there throughout the entirety of it. I don't know if this was the first time I did this on purpose, but like you can kind of see through. I thought they were specks on my monitor for a second, but you can see like Daxter's feet, and you can see Jack's feet, you can see Jack's hair, and you can see that the timer actually does have a completely black bar on it. So I think this is when I was starting to make the transition into like trying to figure out how to effectively do this with full screen games to make them still have these black bars but make it make sense. I think a lot of people who make videos in this style still struggle with that. Like they haven't figured out how to properly do it. But just do what I do. Like make the bars more transparent to show the rest of the footage. I have not heard this guy's cry in Japanese.
You can walk off a headache? I doubt that's one of your vital organs too, Daxter.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Cause it's killing me.
As is your attempt at humor.
I'm scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley.
Farley.
He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age.
I'm sorry, what?
Living where I do now, I actually kind of understood that.
Holy yucko! The Red Sage's lab looks worse than the Blues.
Ah, come on, the Blues aren't that bad.
Let me guess. There are spiders in the spider caves, right?
Daxter, we are literally right next to you. There is no need to
You
raise your
are
voice.
yelling.
Lurkers are after crystals of concentrated dark eco.
How could you tell by looking at the spine covers?
90 orbs each.
Where have I heard that before?
Breaking the fourth wall. But Daxter's right. Why always 90? Is there a certain significance to that number?
We got 12 more years of digging to figure that out.
Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too?
So, what exactly is he doing?
I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava. But the shield still has a limit. It will now withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees, but no more. So
There's no way that lava does not exceed that temperature.
keep an eye on your gauge. I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gives out. Yeah, the heat. What? The zoomer?
Where on earth was your mind while she explained all of that?
Yeah, were you even listening? What a weird reaction.
About time you two decided to show up.
Nice to see you, too. Do they have you mopping the floors now?
There's no time for jokes, Daxter.
That was a joke?
Yeah, that was a joke.
What are your names?
I'm Daxter.
That's Jack.
Silent protagonists must remain silent, cliche.
I get to help the guy that turned me into a furball destroy the only person who can turn me back.
Hold the fucking phone, asshole. How is your transformation at all Jack's fault? If he hadn't attacked the lurker, you two would probably be dead.
The lurker? What? That's an enemy type in this game? Oh, no! That's what my things are called. No!
Just wait until we open the silos, little one. You think short and fuzzy is bad.
And to think, you two traveled all this way for my help. Fools!
Cole's beard goes all the way up to his lips.
Hey, I've seen it. When people don't have lips and just...
If dark eco exists, why wouldn't light eco?
White eco! That could be the stuff to change me back! Or might stop that robot. Stay fuzzy. Save the world. Choices.
What are they?
Okay, fine. We'll save the world.
Oh, so awful.
Doesn't make you a good guy. The fact that you had to consider between you and saving the world makes you a dick to the world.
This is such a Crash Bandicoot thing.
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty
What
Mutual.
what a placement for an ad.
Wallet.
Like a creeper.
The hopes
Wait.
of the world are upon us.
Oh. I thought that was Fallout for a second.
But Daxter, now we can't change you back.
No. But didn't they create light eco from fusing red, blue, yellow, and green eco? Could they not just do it again? Or was that just an eco ex machina?
Don't worry about me, baby. You know what they say. Big things come in small packages.
And in your case, you have no package.
Yep.
You have an incredible talent for channeling eco. Samos, you may have been right about this one after all.
And Kira, without your help and ingenuity, none of this would have been possible. Perhaps
I really
we
like
found
this game.
another sage now that Gaul and Maya are lost.
So she's gonna be the Dark Sage? Why exactly? Didn't Jack prove that he could channel eco? The Blue Sage literally just said that.
Yeah.
Just because she's the daughter of a sage doesn't mean she can automatically become one, right?
Yes, Gaul and Maya. The Dark Eco probably destroyed them. Probably.
Foreshadowing.
Ah, who cares? Bring him on! We can take him again! Right, Jack? I said, right, Jack? Wow! Put it on ice, big guy!
Bruh. He said that like looking right at his groinal area, man.
Wow! Put it on ice, big guy!
So close to the lap dance. Also, Daxter is addicted to Jack's dick. Did I just say Jack's dick?
You did.
Looks like it
You
will
sure
only
did.
open if we fill all 100 holes with power cells.
How the fuck did she know there were exactly 100 holes?
She counted them really fast.
Wow! What is it?
It's so beautiful.
By the precursors.
You want to know what it is? Play the second game.
I still haven't, but I think spoilers, I guess. But I think it's like the first area of the second game or something. Oh boy, I really struggled to find a wallpaper for this one, huh?
Put it on ice, big guy!
Bruh.
Hey guys, try five.
Okay, what on earth am I speaking for like 3 minutes for? Dude, this is... Oh. That's another poll. Okay. It's another poll. We're gonna skip the Sonic 06 April Fools. Actually, how does it start out?
Disclaimer. The following is a parody of...
There's no way I say the whole thing. I
If
do.
you're unfamiliar with their humor, I suggest you go watch their content first. The intent of this video is for comedy and entertainment purposes only.
This is the...
It's also worth mentioning that the
So originally it was going to be a 15-minute video, but the thing was I did this so last minute that my shitty laptop would not have rendered 15 minutes in time. So that's why I like stuck to 2.5 minutes.
The creator of this video
It just seemed more sensible. Like I figured, oh, people will get the joke.
Being said, the creator of this video means no offense to the creators of the game in question, the game in question itself, the game's franchise, or the people who like the game in question.
People.
Without further ado, thank you for watching, and we hope.
Oh,
you
this
enjoy.
is my silver impression. Oh, it's awful.
Everything's wrong with it.
It's no use. It's no use.
God.
It's no use. It's no use.
Yeah, it's just this for like the remainder of the video. So no, it's no use even watching it.
I got so frustrated with ads on YouTube.
Me too, dude.
I was watching more commercials than content.
Whatever.
Disclaimer. The following is a parody of CinemaSins' Everything Wrong With series. If you're unfamiliar with their humor, I suggest you go watch their
This one's
content first.
good!
The intent of this video is for comedy and entertainment purposes only. With this in mind, it's also worth mentioning that the sentiments of the creator of this video towards the game in question will not interfere with the content of the video itself. That being said, the creator of this video means no offense to the creators of the game in question, the game in question itself, the game's franchise, or the people who like the game in question. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy.
That was wow, holy, that was good. I like that. An impression I actually liked? No way.
No.
Wait, what the fuck? Why was he going backwards? Oh, because I wanted the... I don't think this one has a proper, like, intro title sequence, so I had to use, like, the main menu screen, I think is why.
No, forget it. You're not taking this seriously.
I don't think anyone can take this seriously.
If we're going to get to those clockwork parts, I need you on your toes.
Wait, hold up right there. I don't know if this is explained anywhere, but if you didn't want to run the risk of clockwork coming back, you shouldn't have left his parts just lying around.
You can 1000% tell that this is way more how I do things nowadays. Like, the way that I speak, my tone, my timing, my pacing, like, all of it is so... I don't think it was too gradual. But, like, it was, like, I changed little bits and pieces, and I think that this is so far the apex of that evolution.
Thanks, pal. For your first time out, you did pretty well.
Judging by Sly's expression, I'm having a tough time believing that that's not sarcasm.
You did pretty well.
I hope you weren't harmed by my meteoropic entrance.
Meteoropic.
I love Murray, dude.
How long were they waiting in there?
Freeze, Cooper.
Inspector Fox. As beautiful and unpredictable as ever.
However, not as Spanish for some
reason. I have not played this Gaia. I don't even really know what that Gaia is. So I play Sly 2 first? No, we already watched Sly 1 last time.
It might not have been him, Carmelita.
Oh, you're definitely the surprise.
Oh, fuck, I hate her so much. I hate Constable
I allowed you to
Neela.
sit in on this stakeout as a favor to the Contessa. I really don't need any help.
You also don't need to call her by her full name, yet here we are.
Constable Neela.
You know, for one of the world's top inspectors, Carmelita still has really shit aim. These police went to the Gotham City Police Academy of Driving.
Hey,
wait,
that's a callback.
Sly has 6 fingers?
Imagine the hatred fueling that first decision to replace his mortal body with soulless machinery.
Wait, Clockwork was organic at one point?
That's such a badass backstory, actually. Like, I slowly replaced parts of my body until I was immortal. I guess that's kind of the... Isn't that just the plot of Five Nights at Freddy's? I replaced my organic body with metal parts. I mean, not entirely, I guess.
How did he replace his organic body parts with mechanic ones? Did he do it by himself? Was his name Clockwork from birth? Because if so, that's pretty convenient for what he would become.
He was once a passionate young art student.
Oh my god, Dimitri, dude.
His own visionary
Dimitri.
Style. Unfortunately, the art world wasn't quite ready for his kinetic aesthetic. So he gave them what they wanted, and started forging old masterpieces. His way of punishing those with bad taste.
A crazy artist. Haven't seen that pretty much everywhere.
If you want to climb on stuff, jump and hit the circle button to grab hold.
I don't know if I questioned this last time, but why exactly is Bentley telling you how to be you?
I think I did, didn't I?
The wine cellar is guarded by those rats.
Do they really not see us from where they're standing?
They're blind as a rat, dude.
Hit the X button to jump. Then, while in the air, press it again to get some extra air time.
I understand why Bentley can tell Sly how to be Sly. He is a genius, after all. But why exactly is Murray telling Sly how to function as himself?
Dimitri's using the clockwork tail feathers as printing plates.
This is such... Okay, in retrospect, now that I think about it, this is such a dope backstory for this game. Like, the new set of bad guys are using parts from the previous bad guy's body, or like what remains of his body. I mean, it's not original, I guess, but just conceptually for a game like this, it is really cool.
Ow. Who took the photos for all these slides?
Thoughts on Clockla? I hate that fucking name, first of all. From what I remember, the boss fight itself wasn't bad, though. I remember the boss fight being pretty cool.
I managed to outfit this forged painting with a bug.
That forged painting is one of Sly. Why would Dimitri have a forged painting of Sly Cooper?
Then press the square button to throw the block at the power
Look at Murray, dude.
Murray's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I think he knows how to be himself. Also, thinking back, how did the things we threw not trigger the lasers? Like, at all?
Once that's accomplished, we'll be able to turn off all the security.
Oh my god, I love this. This is such a staple of the Sly series now, but I'd only played the first game for the longest time. Like, I never played 2, 3, or rather, I'd never played 2 or 3 growing up. And so I had not been exposed to, like, the in-between, like, meetings. But this is such a, like, a emblematic thing that I have no nostalgia for because I didn't play this until I was an adult. And yet it is so core to the Sly series' personality, I think.
On the printing press.
Okay, seriously, whoever took these photos was in the room we need to be in. Why didn't that person just take the tail feathers?
You're the only
It's
guy
true.
on the team who can pull this off.
Not necessarily true. Sly was able to break Clockwork's seemingly durable head with just his cane. I mean, sure, we had to shoot him a few times beforehand, but I'm sure Sly could do this job too.
I'm not as black and white as Carmelita. I know what a menace those clockwork parts are, and...
What the fuck even is your accent?
Now, legally, I can't enter Dimitri's nightclub without a warrant.
It's, like, kind of British?
But I happen to have obtained the key to his back door, which a person like yourself can use however he pleases.
Legally, I, a policewoman who is more than capable of sneaking around without getting caught, can't break in without a warrant, but I, a policewoman, can surely let you, a thief, do the exact same, no problem.
They're already sending out the repair guy to fix it up.
Sly claims that they're sending the repair guy before said repair guy even exits the building.
What is this with clocks, bro?
What is this with clocks, bro?
Have you no vision? Are you hearing what I mean to you? You think you have juice? Don't show me a little mind when talking about such big things. You think you can swing the bat? Show your bling and let me shine you.
I have no idea what you're saying.
He said it, not me.
Nowadays, I wouldn't have even said anything. I would have just added the sin. Legally, I, a policewoman.
And your suit sucks.
Welsh? Okay, I don't think it's Welsh. I think it might be like a British Indian accent. I think DBZ Trunksman is right. Yeah.
Oh, the edge.
Oh, let's dance!
That was pretty much a demonstration of how most Pokemon battles start.
Crackerbox!
Whoa!
That's racist.
Looks like the wings have been welded onto that statue.
The wings are welded onto the statue? Shouldn't it be clear at this point that the Claw Gang isn't trying to put Clockwork back together? I mean, sure, we have other reasons to stop them, but as for the Clockwork parts, I think they're pretty safe.
Sly,
True.
Murray and I can't get inside the palace unless you lower...
What the f*** is with your head?
Forgot that happens sometimes.
Hello, I'm
Here for the dance.
No one had even answered the door yet. Sly was basically talking to a door.
Well, that guy's not going to let you in without a tuxedo.
Don't beat yourself up, Bentley. At a party this ritzy, there has to be a spare penguin suit around here somewhere.
Try the guest house. Someone may...
Is that... In this world of talking animals, is that an inappropriate thing to say? A penguin suit?
have overpacked.
Sure, because someone always needs 2 tuxedos, right?
You got your tuxedo now, sir?
Of course I do.
I'm not wearing it, but I still have it with me.
Just take my word for it.
No one will recognize you in that outfit.
Yet he's still wearing the fucking mask.
Fucking idiot.
During the heist, you'll need to dance with Carmelita to keep both her and the crowd distracted. The only problem is, she's picky about dance partners, so you'll need to impress her first.
First off,
I
why
do like the
specifically
sequence,
Carmelita?
though.
Wouldn't she be distracted by seeing him dance with someone else? She clearly watched him dance with Neela. Second, how do you know she's picky with dance partners? That's some pretty specific trivia to know.
Old Ironsides would fall out of her dress.
As good as that sounds. How about
Yo!
dance first.
For an E-rated game, that falling out of her dress joke
Yeah.
was pretty risque.
that was wow.
That fellow is very graceful. If only you moved spice shipments as well.
Turn down for what?
What? Am I saying what? Oh, because it was an own. It was an own. Oh, it's a masquerade, but that still wouldn't work though.
Turn down for what? I just noticed, were they really that lazy that they just made one silhouette to comprise the whole crowd?
Neela, Your friend here is quite an accomplished dancer. I tried to make him look good. Please, Neela, his skills far surpass you.
Wow, god damn! Please. He's a much better dancer than you. I've seen it with my own eyes.
What a bitch.
Well, be careful. Chopper parts aren't cheap.
I mean, you could always steal them. You are a thief, right?
It's true.
What are me and Sly here for?
Hate to be that guy, but it's what are Sly and I here for.
No problem. Me and the big guy had it covered.
Hate to be that guy, but it's the big guy and I had it covered.
Sly will then take Carmelita up on her offer for a dance.
Whoa, 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 hold up there, Bentley. For all intents and purposes, Sly asked Carmelita, not the other way around.
Murray, you in position?
Okay, how does no one see that?
They're all
Murray
distracted.
somehow makes no sounds while sawing through the wings or when picking them up.
Force us to walk the long...
Holy bananas, they have machetes! Why can't we just use those for the rest of the game?
According to my map of the area, there should be a hidden
Smug ass.
to the temple
Oh, you're joking. Right.
Behind the waterfall cliche.
Rajan is able to monitor all of our communications out here.
I remember
with
this
that
world being pretty
elephant-driven
long.
satellite array.
I mean, if he can intercept your communications, then what on earth are you doing talking through the binocular and not in person? He could be listening to you right now.
Eat too many, and you'll go into a fit of uncontrolled rage.
So it's like cocaine.
Keep that stuff away from Murray.
Ah, look, foreshadowing.
I put some spice plants in the elephant's feed bag. He chows down, gets all crazy, and then presto.
Wait, this is literally just cocaine. What's my favorite Sly game story or gameplay wise? I don't know. Because I like this one, but I think I like 3 more, and that's I don't know. That's a tough one because I'll always have the first one will always have a soft spot in my heart, but I don't think that that's anywhere near my favorite one. This one's better, but I don't know that it's my favorite. I think I do like 3 more, but I also do like 4 a whole lot. I think it might be 3, 4, 2, 1 maybe? 2 and 4 might be interchangeable. I'm not sure.
The satellite's in pieces.
A crude interpretation of the plan, but accurate.
A crude interpretation? Okay, sophisticate it for me then. Eat weed every day?
More cocaine, more like.
Was that the one elephant, or was that multiple elephants we just didn't see?
Looks like there's a few pools along the way to Rajan's office.
Sly, where does your hat go? Rajan has an insatiable appetite for Indian watermelons, which, if eaten whole, will force even him to nod off for a while.
That's called suffocation. He's not sleeping, he's passed out.
Wow, whoa,
There's
what?
absolutely, positively no way that helicopter could fit in that truck.
That wasn't even what I was concerned with. I was concerned with how that caused that big of an explosion. But I'm totally right. That helicopter would not have fit in that truck.
Such pain. Much ouch.
Just jump in, walk the barrel to your target, jump out, and get clear of the blast radius.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Oh, I should be thanking you.
Guys, that one guard back there, can he see you? No? Okay.
We'll dance through Bollywood and eat curry all night long.
All night long? Do you hate your stomach?
Honestly, though, eating curry all night long sounds pretty dope. As someone who had not had curry at that point in time when I made that joke, and as someone who has had it since, that sounds baller. I mean, I think the point stands. Your stomach would probably hate you, but still.
Legally, I can't enter the premises without a warrant.
Legally, I, a policewoman.
Legally, I, a policewoman.
Despite its size, that rock is really fragile.
Then why the f did you just whack it?
Whoa, what the hell did I do with that beep sound effect there?
Woman.
Despite its size, that rock is really fragile.
Then why the f did you just whack it loose and let it fall to the ground like that? Actually, nothing happened to the ruby anyway, so it can't be that fragile.
True. Guys,
don't look at explosions.
Yeah, there it is.
Sly!
Other way, Murray.
This is a photo of Carmelita dancing with Sly Cooper.
I mean, that's just the photo from the last chapter's title, but okay.
That double-crossing Cockney!
Bitch!
Oh, she's Cockney? No, that's not a Cockney accent.
Also, that's racist.
To who? Cockneyans?
But first things first, I had to learn how to drive a...
Is it a No, it's not, is it? That's not a Cockney accent, right? Chen Azule with the 15, thank you so much. With the Portal series. I've thought about it, because I have played Portal 1 and 2. I just don't feel like they lend themselves to be, like, I don't think they lend themselves to the format that much, just because they don't take themselves too seriously. And so I don't know if it would even work. That's the thing.
The problem isn't learning how to...
Cockneyans, the race of people. I don't know what you would call... I mean, yes, obviously English people, but what would you call people with that accent?
drive a stick shift itself. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that difficult.
Says the person who can't drive stick. Shut up, me.
The problem is, how are you going to learn? I doubt you can reach the pedals, and even if you could, I doubt you'd be able to see the road.
Once you learn, it's not that hard. Shut up, dude.
On my sleep darts vibrate near sounds. If I maintain my position on top of this parabolic dish, I should be able to hear that frequency at a distance.
Yes, I could.
If I tag the Contessa with my darts, I'll be able to listen in on whatever she says.
On whatever she says.
Learn where she's locked up Sly and Murray.
Sonic Dart Ex Machina.
Where are you?
Over here, in the back wall.
Smart, guys. That doesn't look suspicious at all.
I suppose a powerful force like the Murray could take down
the Murray.
If I had to.
First and third person.
I love the Murray.
Bring it on!
I mean, they kind of already did.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, dude, you're in a cage. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you want me to break the ground circuit on all these lightning rods so that a bolt will strike and destroy the giant attack robot posing as a water tower.
Hey, you think that's boosh, but that beats my fanfiction.
Perhaps it's time to reevaluate some life choices.
I'm serious.
Wait, did they really not even notice the Contessa behind them right away?
The only mental help that I need is to never be reminded of you again.
Good one. Yeah, sick burn, bro.
Murray, let me drive.
I still don't understand how this works. Wouldn't his legs just be hanging there?
Once I integrate
yeah, how is he doing that?
Eyes into this device.
Well, aren't the eyes already integrated?
If I did my math right, and I always do my math right.
I need you to hotwire one of the Contessa's tanks and go to town on the mercenaries. We just need to intimidate them a little.
What we actually end up doing is killing them.
Don't you want to be my friend?
No, you horrible eight-legged cow! No!
Man, Carmelita could not sound less enthused.
No. You horrible eight-legged cow. No. And scene.
To get the thing working, she'll have to jack it into the satellite connection.
Whoa, wait, why was this game rated E again?
Just make sure
Oh,
to
just
grab
because she
the rope
said
hanging
jack
off
it?
that thing. I don't want to drown.
You're a turtle.
Okay, new best friend. Hands up, and I mean all of them.
Well, she only has the two, the rest are legs.
That's a good point.
Cool guys don't look at explosions cliche.
No worries, chaps. It's safely in hand.
Actually, it's attached to your back.
Safely in hand. No worries, chaps. That's more Cockney accent, isn't it? This is more the Cockney accent. That's not a Cockney accent. It's more posh, isn't it? Yeah, that'd be more posh than Cockney.
Oh, Hades, Sly, can you read me?
Did Bentley just say merciful Hades? Because I'm okay with that, and I am not okay with that.
That's another CinemaSins junk that I don't do much anymore. Well, I can't remember the last time I did it.
All that. Above good and evil.
How can someone be above morality?
Because their ego is gigantic and they're a narcissist.
Huh?
Oof.
Very delayed reality fly.
Following the trail of spice shipments, we made our way up to Nunavut Bay, Canada.
Just like the last game, I must ask. You went from Europe to America in a van. How?
Thanks, pal. I was
The van can become a
Charlie
boat.
horse standing in that box.
I don't even want to know what that means.
It's because I didn't know what a Charlie horse was back then. I understand that Charlie horses are like... Everybody knows what a Charlie horse is, but I didn't because I only knew what it was called in Spanish. Like, I knew what it was, I just didn't know what it was called in English.
My pleasure.
And I don't know why I didn't even bother to look it up. I guess because I thought it was such a weird term that I didn't think that it was a thing.
You know how I love to mess around with Carmelita.
Yeah, that's weird.
And inappropriate for an E-rated game.
The metal's too resilient for my bombs or your muscle. No, for this job, we are going to have to rely on a stronger force. The love of a mother for her child.
You're telling me that a bear's strength will tear that metal, but an explosive won't? Okay.
The world just doesn't need to make space for another strip mall.
Wait, what did you say?
The world just doesn't need to make space for another strip mall.
Hey, I think another strip mall would be great. What, that's not what he meant?
That's not what he meant, you stupid horny bastard.
That's racist. And today's...
What was it?
Great. What, that's not what he meant?
Menace from the North, eh? Oh yeah, that's racist to Canadians. The race of Canadians.
That's racist. And today's episode of Sly 2 Bang...
I would still make that joke today, but I just think it's silly.
Thieves, the part of Zombie's song will be played by Mario.
Although, who am I kidding, eh? I'm gonna win just like every other year.
I'm gonna win.
Bears in the area have been tagged with radio tracking devices.
Why?
Only there's no way for you to get up there.
You know what's funny though is that like I mentioned the transparency thing for the bars, but I don't do it in this video. I did it for the Jack and Daxter one, but I don't do it for this one, and I wonder why that is. I don't know why. I must have done it by accident, and I think maybe I was looking back and I thought, that's a good idea. Hello, Junior Sonic.
While I send in Sly to steal the head.
Where on earth do you think Murray's gonna fit in that tiny barrel?
This plan has a 97% chance of success.
It's pretty high.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and condoms have a 97% effectiveness too. Yet look at all the unplanned pregnancies.
I mean, it's not as many as it could be, though.
You can use the alarm clock gadget to distract the judges and lure them into the cave.
What? What do you mean you didn't buy it beforehand?
When y'all were...
Oh yeah, that's right. Because if you didn't already have it, I remember when I played this game, I don't think I'd bought it yet, and I'm like, what? You want me to use what item? I don't have it. And then I found, I think I was struggling to figure out what to do for a while, and then I realized, oh, this is an item I have to purchase from the base. Why would you require me to, why would you just not give this to me? Why would you assume I'd have bought this already?
Unconscious, me and my boys paid a visit to you.
Very family-friendly channel you were running, huh, father of a child. Dude, I was a lonely adult. Is what I mean, I knew that already, but I didn't realize just how lonely I was.
Your hideout and found all them clockwork parts. Lucky thing, too. Arpeggio is willing to plunk down a king's ransom.
Fucking hate Arpeggio as a villain. He's so dumb as a villain.
You sold all the clockwork parts? Arpeggio has them all?
It was never really a smart move for you guys to have them all in one place to begin with.
That's true.
Once again, brains triumph over brawn.
That wasn't really brains, it was just reflexes.
Arpeggio's carrier blimp will arrive to pick up the Northern Light battery in exactly 1 minute.
Honestly, if it's going to arrive in 1 minute, why bother informing Bisson?
It's only a matter of time before he puts them back together. And when that happens, well, I'm not gonna let that happen.
But it will already have happened. I know what you mean, but you have a pretty hard time expressing yourself.
Try to...
If he does the thing, I'm not gonna let that happen. It's just like, dude, what?
Think of a way, any way, to stop Clockwork from getting reassembled.
You're a bit too late on that front, Sly. He's already assembled. He's just not, alive.
Activated.
They were satisfied using the clockwork.
I just noticed that Arpeggio has a little mustache. How could a beak grow facial hair?
You had Neela put me on the scent back in Cairo, and then waited while I stole the parts from the other Claw Gang members, all the while not arousing any suspicion that you were behind it all?
You make it sound easy, Koopa.
No, that sounds really complicated, actually.
Not at all, actually. That sounds terrible.
I wonder if that was the joke. I wonder if the joke was just like, you make it sound so easy.
Very convoluted.
Hatred. Putting his gears and wires together was child's play, compared with accumulating that much hatred.
You can't make people hate.
my poor knight.
I think that one of the problems, as a sort of aside, that because I'm thinking of Arpeggio, I'm just like, man, he was such a forgettable villain in this. Like, the only reason I remember him is because of how little impact he had as a character. And I think that one of the reasons that the characters were more memorable, the bosses were more memorable in the first game, was because their presence was sort of always there. You always knew that they were the end goal. And in Sly 2, some of them are kind of like that, but not like, for example, Jean Bisson, I remember him, like, he was always kind of present. But like, you were always thinking about Clockwork. He was always looming in the background and everything. And even though Arpeggio isn't technically one of the bosses in this game, he sort of just comes out of nowhere. And like, I think that for a good villain, you always want to have, or like when you're building up to a villain, you always want to have them in the back of your mind. Like, just remind the player or remind the reader or the audience from time to time, like, this is what you're building to. Remember that this character is the final threat, right? Keep having them do something evil. Keep showing them doing something so that they're always just there.
You boy, my meticulous mind has found a way. As your hippopotamus friend will attest, spice consumption makes you both angry and susceptible to hypnosis. The Contessa, hypnotist extraordinaire, devised a way to command people through the use of flashing lights. I've created this blimp to be a massive transmitter of those precise light frequencies.
I also think that this plan is kind of cool, but the problem is they're all in a vacuum, right? I know that this has nothing to do with the Everything Wrong With, but like, this is just kind of how I think of stories nowadays. When you need to explain the plan through exposition, right? Even if it is a really good plan and it sort of all clicks in the end, the problem is it's not clicking. It's like you're slowly, like, you're just slowly doing this, right? You're constantly explaining what the plan was because you have to. The plan wouldn't have made sense without this exposition. Everything would have seemed separate from each other, right? And I think that the problem I have with them explaining it in this game is that it is just so long and drawn out. Like, if it was really that clever, you could have explained it in like 2 or 3 sentences. But here it's just like, they did this because they had to do that, and you didn't realize that this person was doing this. Like, they keep trying to have it be like reveal after reveal after reveal. And that's just not clever writing. Like, I think that more clever writing is when you, as the audience, or maybe not even as the audience, but like when you sort of come to that conclusion yourself, or even if when they tell you, that it has to hit like, oh, that makes so much sense. Here, it's just like they keep explaining things and it's just like, that's stupid. That's so but like, what? Like that, I mean, I guess that's a smart plan, but it just seems like it has way too many steps for this to be considered clever.
The only problem I faced was finding a suitable source of light waves.
The Northern Lights. You've been collecting Northern Light energy so you could hypnotize everyone beneath the blimp.
Ah, hypnotize those who'd eaten food covered in illegal spice. Thank goodness for Dimitri. Through his nightclub, he got the whole city to consume the spice.
You're going to Paris to unleash a hypnotic light show of hate. That's outlandishly cruel.
And through an outlandishly convenient set of circumstances.
Yeah.
Something I don't understand.
I guess it's not that convenient, but at the same, it is overly complicated.
How would other people's hate fuel Clockwork's body for immortality?
Yeah, I think Sigmund just explained it more succinctly than I did. The problem is if the end goal only makes sense with an explanation, there's no click for the reveal. That's exactly right. Like, it's so much more rewarding when you as an audience member are watching. Like, there have been so many times where my wife and I are like watching a show or something, and then like they're slowly building to a reveal, and we'll just look at each other and be like, oh, like we know what's about to happen, and that's a good twist, right? When they have to come out and be like, yes, what you didn't realize is that I did all this because of this and these other things that you didn't know, and it's just like, oh, well, that's not a really good reveal. I mean, like, yeah, sure, I guess in hindsight you can say that this was a good plan, but like it doesn't feel as rewarding in that moment. Why the spices? Because it makes them susceptible to the hypnosis and to the mind control and the hate and all that.
Wouldn't he need the feeling of hate himself? If the light waves are the one transferring the hate, that's way too much of a reach.
He's preposterous. You're my protege. My protege? Not the next candidate for my immortality.
Protege technically means that she would be next.
Yeah, what the hell were you
understudies
doing
go
then?
Great lengths to imitate their teachers. I honestly don't see how you didn't see this coming.
Behold, Klokla is born.
Klokla.
Look, Sly, for once, let's cut the flirty chit-chat.
Wait, you mean you knew?
Yeah, you mean you knew?
Tail gunner, jump in and grab the gun. We've got a bird to take down.
That's not flirty chit-chat?
That has to be one of the cleverest sexual innuendos I've ever heard, and I applaud the game for that.
I do.
I would if this wasn't marketed to
Nah, dude, I don't care. That was actually really good. I need an experienced tail gunner, so let's go get that bird.
Klokla by itself sounds stupid. Somehow, the Klokla sounds even stupider.
It does.
I'm Alpha and the Omega. Klokla!
The evil entity claims their god cliche.
I still have my hate shit. You will not defeat me. Never!
Was it ever explained? I think it was, but was it ever explained why Neela wanted this? Like, what was it ever explained why she was evil? Because she was kind of nice throughout the game. She was helpful, but again, she was helpful in order to reach this goal. I'd have to play the game again, and I want to, but like this, I think one of the reasons Klokla never worked for me is because the reveal of Neela as the bad guy just didn't work for me. I guess it just didn't make sense. I don't know.
Well, so much for that.
She even showed me the bottle she'd been saving for the special occasion of my arrest.
So, does she just carry that around everywhere she goes, hoping that this one will be the one? Is this technically racist? I think it's racist.
Oh, because of Indian carpets or whatever?
What's this outside you speak of?
What? Why did my voice sound like that?
Your suit sucks.
Your suit sucks. Whoa! This is the first time I've used this end screen? No way!
Hey guys, Try5 here. Thanks so much.
Oh man, I remember, dude, I remember animating this. I was at my uncle's house with my laptop. I remember doing that. Wow. Well, okay, I was drawing it at my uncle's house. I did this in Flash, and I believe I traced it? I think. It's too one-to-one to not be traced, in my
Watching
opinion.
Everything Wrong with Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Just want to give a huge shout out to all the people who voted for this game to be the next game I covered. And as I said last time, this was a game I hadn't played at the time, so I'm glad I got to experience it and I can't wait to get to Sly 3.
Correct.
Playing through this and some other games were the reason I haven't been uploading anything lately, along with the new format I'm trying out and learning some new things with my editing software. But
New format? What new format? What did I do that was different? Oh! Oh! I just realized the game sync counters. This is the first. Wow! How did I not realize? The game sync counter is different, and I added the timer. Wow! How did I not notice that? Am I using the right subtitle? No, I've always used the right subtitles.
The special occasion of my arrest.
So, does she?
Yeah, I've always used those subtitles. Wow!
This and some other games were the reason I haven't been uploading anything lately, along with the new format I'm trying out and learning some new things with my editing software, but I hope to be uploading a lot of more videos really soon, and I thank you so much for your patience. You can also check out the video I did on the first Sly Cooper game, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, right over there. If you haven't already—
Oh, wow, why does it look like that? Oh, dude, YouTube, get your shit together. This thumbnail is like in 144p resolution. It looks so bad. And I love this thumbnail.
Be sure to check out
Come
CinemaSyn, the
on.
awesome people I parody. They cover movies mostly, but they also have a ton of other channels that cover music videos, brands, and some other stuff.
Whoa, that sounds so weird.
And until next time, stay safe and stay awesome.
Look at these old ass logos, dude. Instagram, Google Plus, Facebook and Twitter, dude, and Tumblr.
This is Try5.
Wow. Was I using "Stay Safe and Stay Awesome"? I don't think I heard myself say it.
doesn't apply to this god.
So, I don't know. Okay, this was what I was looking at earlier. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I made a new thumbnail for Spyro recently, somewhat recently. I did one for Spyro 2 as well. I actually just finished that one a couple days ago. Because they bugged the fudge out of me. They were annoying the heck out of me how ugly those thumbnails were. So why don't I use the old outro music anymore? Because I realized I wasn't the only one using it. Nintendo used it for a while. So that was like, I wanted something that felt more like I was the only one using it, right? That's why I use the modern music. That I got, and I didn't have that commissioned. I was looking for someone to commission an end theme for. Sorry. I feel like I just had a stroke. I was looking for a composer or a musician to make an end theme for my videos. And I was just having such shit luck trying to finding someone. And then I found someone who goes by the name of Misty something. And they didn't commission this, or they didn't make the songs specifically for me. This was a song that they already had. But they told me, like, hey, any of the songs that I have, you are welcome to use. I picked one, and I used it, I think, once. And they contacted me, were like, hey, I'm so sorry to do this. I know I said any song, but I would really appreciate if you didn't use this song, because I composed this song for a very special person. That's very important to me. So I would really appreciate it if you didn't use that one. Like, I am so sorry. I wish I'd asked you first if this one was okay. You said any which one, and I really like this one. But I won't use that one again. And that's what led me to pick the music that I use nowadays.
Disclaimer. The following is a parody of CinemaSins' Everything Wrong With
Oh,
You.
is it
If you're
actually?
familiar with their humor, I suggest
This
you
is
go
my
watch their
Carlos
content
Alice Rocky
first.
impression.
The intent of the said franchise you enjoy.
Dude, Spyro's been on my mind so much lately. Like, I want to play it so bad. Because, again, not my footage. This is not my footage.
What about this Ganasty
Ganor
character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question.
Hey, it's Mr. Krabs.
He's a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat!
Who are they transmitting this to? How is that?
Oh, I just realized this is the first time I'm doing the transparency thing with the bars. Hell yeah, dude. Was Spyro was the first one I did this with? Wow.
How's Nork watching this?
Wow.
How did he cast a spell like that from so far away? Also, thinking back, this is that one dragon's fault. If he never called him ugly, none of this would have happened. If we have to depetrify the dragons by walking up to them, why didn't Spyro just free the one?
Dude, look at the subtitles too. Okay, so what I must have done, I was probably doing these in bulk. I was probably writing these in bulk, and I was doing the subtitles and stuff in bulk. Because I don't know if you guys can see this. There's like anti-aliasing around the text, and it's probably because I did the subtitles when I was still using the fully black bars. And what I probably did was I just selected the black bars and turned down the opacity for it, but the artifacting is still around them. Wow, that's ugly. That's so,
Near him. Instead, he just ran away.
What about Nasty Nork?
I'm gonna get for him.
Why are they so quick to blame Nasty Nork? There's no real evidence he did this. Is he the only one with magic that has a grudge against dragons?
Dude, come on, though. I mean, this happened right after they called him ugly.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
But that's Maurice LaMarche. That has to be.
Why? Assuming it was Nasty Nork, wouldn't beating him force him to free all dragons? I mean, it's just a thought.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint.
Yet you were trapped. So, yeah. Oh no, they trapped Thor! Oh, wait.
As someone who I don't think had watched any of the MCU games, any of the MCU movies, yet I don't know why I made that joke.
What's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Beach?
Thanks, asshole.
Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Everyone hinted something greater, but ultimately, nothing.
This guy thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I'll tell you one thing. He should watch
his back.
Get it?
His back?
His back? His back. Hit him in the back.
Supercharge. Excellent.
Does anyone else think of Dragonite with this dude?
Dude, the other one looked like Charizard. What are you talking? I was waiting for me to make the joke.
Watch his back.
Charge.
excellent.
Does anyone else think of Dragonite with this dude? Jarvis! Oh.
It is at the waterfall.
Again, another Marvel joke when...
Try jumping on the stone.
Like the MCU movies.
Artisan home, waterfall. Sounds good.
If there's nothing behind the waterfall, I'm not interested. Altair! Damn it! It's not Eddie Murphy, is it? Yep, I knew it.
Cletus! Wow, what a timely The Nutty Professor joke, me.
Spyro.
Also, Cletus is just a regular-ass name.
It's great to see you, but I've got to go.
I love that guy. It's great to see you, but I've got to go.
Okay. Draw me like one of your French dragons, Spyro. Bubba! He's alive!
Wow, a Forrest Gump joke. This is one of the worst, I think. Okay, I do remember this one being particularly hard because, like, I knew I wanted to do an Everything Wrong With on Spyro, but again, this is during the time that I wasn't using gameplay. I was not, again, capturing my own footage. This one was hard because, like, there's not much of a story to the first Spyro game. And so a lot of the dialogue, and we'll see it at the end, but it's very samey. It's just like, hey, Nasty Nork is bad. You must stop him. Wow, you sure are small. I knew you could do it. Good to see you. And, like, nothing really happens in it. So, like, I was desperately trying to figure out a way how I could make this video. This is one of the ones I really wish I had waited to do. Because we'll see it in a future live stream, but when I do Spyro 2 and 3, those are wildly different. Not just because there's more story to them, but because I'd also grown a lot in terms of figuring out how I could handle videos like this. Hey, what's up, baby?
That was quite a ride, Spyro. You've learned a lot since you were a young glider.
Yeah, well, you could have found an easier spot to get stuck.
You said it, Spyro.
Fucking jump, man, I swear.
Swear.
That's a hard jump.
Ooh, Dreamweaver. Can you really get me through the night?
Honestly, I knew the lyrics. I don't think I knew the song to that. Ooh, Dreamweaver.
Spyro, all dragons know there's magic in a fairy's kiss.
What, does that mean that the power of boners is indeed strong?
Any advice?
That is also a CinemaSins joke. Wow, that's one that it's not even in my memory bank. Like, I would never think to make that joke.
Before this battle?
Advice. A wise dragon once told me, aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
Huh?
I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
Is that a Parappa the Rapper reference? Because if it is, I don't get it.
Yeah, I've never played Parappa the Rapper. I just kind of knew it was a reference, but I...
Still got some treasure to pick up. What will you do next?
I'm going to Disney World.
The gate will not open until you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
100% of what?
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say to... Like, in universe, that's a weird thing to say. Like, obviously they're speaking to the player, but it's also just like, imagine you're going on a journey and someone's just like, you can't open this door yet. Come back when you've had 100%. And you're like, huh? What do you mean? Oh, thank you, babe.
Misguided nature was a worthy opponent.
Uh-oh. Here we go again.
Because that worked so well last time, Nork.
This one actually has an animation in it. Oh, never mind. This is the one. This is the first bonus sin round.
Thank you for releasing me. Thank you for releasing me.
Thank you
for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me. Oh, thank you for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me. Thank you for releasing me. Thank you for releasing me.
That one actor said it so many times.
Thank you for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me.
That's insane, dude.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh, that's
Hey guys,
rough.
here. Thanks so much for watching. What is perhaps my shortest Everything Wrong With Me
Oh,
to
that
this
is
point,
rough.
Spyro the Dragon for the PlayStation 1.
Look
I
at
hope this serves as a
that
great example as to why I
boy.
don't cover games with a short or simple plot. There's not too much to point out or to make fun of. If you feel like that was a bit too short for your liking, why not check out something a bit longer, like Everything Wrong with Sonic and the Black Knight?
Dude, that's only like 6 minutes longer. It's not...
No? Well, why not check out CinemaSins? They're a bunch of awesome people who like pointing out flaws in movies, music videos, brands, and other stuff, all for the sake of your entertainment. Anyway, thanks again, stay safe, and stay awesome.
Someone asked
This
to
is
see the
Char5.
comparison of the thumbnails, and I will gladly show you. So the first ever one I did, I also did in Flash, because I was experimenting a lot with like how Flash worked and whatnot. So the original Spyro thumbnail for this one is this. Yikes. This is awful. This is so bad. This is so bad, dude. And then a couple years ago, I was going through a bunch of the catalog, remaking stuff. Like, for example, this. This was always one I wanted to redo, because, fuck, it's so bad. And when I started using Krita, which is another art software, I made this, and was proud of it for the most part. I used the Reignited Trilogy design for Nasty Nork. These were a bunch of custom brushes I did. I, like, colored in the line art and stuff. And recently, you know, I want to go back and solidify the style for all the videos. And Spyro was one that I looked at Spyro, I'm like, fuck, this thumbnail bothers me so much, dude. What's so bad about it? Spyro never looked like Spyro to me. So if you look at this, I don't think Nasty Nork is that bad, but once we look at the latest one, and hopefully the last one, I'll explain why exactly it bothers me so much. There are little details here and there, like there's a gradient here that shouldn't be there. The line work is super jagged for some reason. There are certain shines where it wouldn't shine that much. Look at Spyro's eyebrow, the way that it overextends on the horn. That doesn't make any sense. He looks like fucking Barney the dinosaur rather than Spyro the dragon. Sparks looks like he's high. There's a lot I don't like about this thumbnail. Like, it's definitely better than the first one. But no, like I look at it and I'm like, dude, no, this is not good. And then the latest one, I really, really studied Spyro's anatomy and like what he looks like. I mean, let's not even look at this one. like come on. Right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't even notice in the original one that I didn't draw Nasty Nork's ears. You can't even see Nasty. Yeah, that's something else too, is that you can't see Sparks. That in the new one, he blends in a little too much with Nasty Nork because, you know, he's yellow and Nasty Nork is gold. But like, the text is different. Like, I actually use a Spyro font in the new one. This one I was trying to like recreate the font unsuccessfully. Like, I was using the Legend of Spyro font because I couldn't find the original one. But dude, there's like little details in this one, and like the line width variation is so much better. The shading is a lot more subtle and nicer. I had no idea how the fuck to draw Spyro's wings back then. A lot of little, and like, look at his neck. His neck makes no sense. Here it's a lot more. I kind of wish I had maybe curved it a little bit more than I did, but I don't know. It's yeesh. Yeah, first thumbnail is "Thank you for releasing me." But like, look at this shit, dude. Look at this shit. You can't. There's no comparison, dude. It's not the same colors. It's not. That was something else too. Is that like I mostly tried to use the same colors I used originally, but the shading, like for example, Nasty Nork, I don't like the colors I used for his shading. They're a little bit too bright for me. Like, he's supposed to be a Nork. He's supposed to be kind of gross, and so I went with sort of more muted colors in the new one. Look at Sparks. He's so cute now. He's so nice. And to be fair, I did mostly just redraw over this old one. I didn't draw it from scratch, but like there's so many like, and look at his shoulder too. I don't know. I could go on for hours as to why I think the new one's better, but I don't know. Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see improvement. And that's the thing, is that like back then I was figuring out how Krita worked. Now, you know, I use Procreate on an iPad, and it's leagues of a difference in terms of how it feels to actually draw these things. Oh, dude. I
saved hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
Kingdom Hearts.
Liberty.
Forget about it.
Harbor Freight knows skill is...
You legitimately find the first one charming? Like the previous one or the very first one I did? Either way, thank you.
Because on any given
the
day,
first thumbnail. Yikes.
Carpenters, fixers, DIYers.
Disclaimer. The following is a parody of CinemaSins' Everything Wrong
This is
with
my
series.
impression of...
If you're unfamiliar with their humor, I suggest you go watch their content first.
This is my Billy
Zane impression. Comedy and entertainment
David with the 18 months, thank you
With
so
this in
much.
mind,
You've been missing my
you should
streams,
know
was
that
playing
the
Animal
feelings
Crossing
of
New
the creator
Horizons.
of this video towards the game in question
The last
will not
time
be
I
accurately
ever played Animal Crossing was the Wii one, and I was just trying it. I loved the GameCube one growing up, but I have not touched New Horizons at all. I just didn't have the time.
That being said, the creator has no intention of offending anyone involved with the game's creation.
This was another one that people suggested I should do for this series. I'd never played Kingdom Hearts before doing the Everything Wrong with
watching, and we hope you enjoy.
And I don't want to oversell it, but it changes your life.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real?
Or not?
We kick off Kingdom Hearts, bringing you Sora after Dentist.
Again, I ask, do any of you remember that old ass YouTube video, David after Dentist? Do any of you remember, like, where the kid had just like had some sort of he went to the dentist and was just speaking fucking nonsense because he was high? Really? No way, Aura.
You literally just said so much to do, so little time. I highly doubt that taking
Kingdom Hearts didn't change your life. We didn't play through the whole thing. We haven't. Yeah, I definitely was. There was something going on with my subtitles, dude. This is awful. Oh, but I'm in HD now. I'm in 1080p quality now, so that's kind of nice.
Time is an option text. Lies! Deceit! Cinderella's hair is blonde! Worst game ever!
You hold the mightiest weapon of them all.
I'm with you in the dark. You are the one who will open the door. Who's my favorite Kingdom Hearts character?
And I understand nothing.
What was your hometown like? You know, where you grew up? I've told you before. I don't remember.
I don't know who my
Nothing
favorite
at all?
Kingdom Hearts character
Nothing.
is.
You ever want to go back?
Okay, Sora, quick question. Why would you want to go
Aqua.
back to a place you don't even remember?
Yeah, I do. Aqua. Duh.
Hey! Aren't you guys forgetting about me?
Yes, apparently.
So, I guess I'm the only one working on the raft.
Oh, this guy looks like a guy that's gonna backstab us. I bet he backstabs us.
I knew immediately Riku was going to be the bad guy in this game. Like, from the get-go, I'm like, oh, this guy seems like bad news bears.
I don't know if Kairi made it intentional for Sora and Riku to compete, but if she was planning on competing with them herself, she could have had an advantage over them. She was the only one on her feet when she said go.
Hey, Sora. Have you heard about the legendary power of the
Paopu fruit?
My god, there's a reason they didn't give you guys voices in the original game.
So, suppose you get to another world. What would you do there?
Well,
I make content with the 5, thank you so
haven't
much.
really
Kingdom
thought
Hearts
about
changes
it.
people for better or
To be
worse.
fair,
For
you
example,
haven't
you're
really
currently
thought
watching
of
this in a
anything
cardboard
else.
box
Let's
with
make
an
the
end
raft
times
take
or
you
near
to
sign.
the
Yup,
If
it's
there
true.
are any other worlds out there.
Gaming Just with
Why
the
did
5,
we
you
end
played
up on
every
this
game,
one?
not too deep into Nomura's
well, the
Wild
island's
Ride.
called Destiny
Yeah,
Island, so
me
I'm gonna
too.
go with Destiny.
And suppose there are other worlds. Then ours is just a little piece of something much greater. So, we could have just as easily ended up somewhere else, right?
I don't know.
Exactly.
What? What you just said made no sense. Yes, you could have ended up somewhere else, but so what?
So let's go.
You would have just ended up
You've
there.
been thinking a lot lately, haven't you?
No, not really.
Nice to you. If you hadn't come here, I probably would have never thought of any of this.
Is their definition of worlds the same thing as, say, a town? Because Kairi could have just moved from somewhere pretty close, and Riku misinterprets it as she's from another world.
Yeah, they never explained that in the entire series.
wanted one.
Like, did she just crash land here one day? Like, how do they... I mean, I guess she would be old enough to be able to tell them, like, oh, I'm from somewhere completely different. But again, if they're kids, why would you not interpret that as, like, oh, I'm from another town?
You?
A palpu fruit?
If two people share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain a part of each other's lives, no matter what.
Define share, because for all intents and purposes, you just shared it with Sora, and we all know what the Yaoi fanbase thinks of that.
Suddenly,
which honestly makes a lot more sense now. Back when I made this video, Disney had not bought Fox yet. Look at this comically huge door.
If that's the case, I don't understand the need for huge doors. The design doesn't suit the need. He knows there's no one in there, right?
See this more.
What? You seriously didn't notice no one was there when you walked in?
It's a long hallway. Probably couldn't see it.
You know, for the King's personal night, Goofy's doing a pretty lousy job if he's just out in the garden taking a nap.
If I win, I'm captain. And if you win...
I get to share the palpu with Kairi.
Huh?
Whoa!
Deal? The winner gets to share a palpu with Kairi.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sora, you need to get your priorities straight, man.
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking...
As much as I love Xehanort's current voice actor, Billy Zane did such a great job, and I really do miss him.
About?
Tied to the darkness, soon to be completely eclipsed.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this.
Huh?
Huh? Well, where did you come from?
You're just asking this now.
One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
That's the whole point of learning, jackass.
Then explain it to me.
Let's take the raft and go. Just the two of us.
Kairi's suddenly a dick to Riku.
Hello, Pluto.
If King Mickey specifically told Donald to apologize to Minnie for him, why would Donald keep the fact that Mickey left a secret? She was going to find out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of what? The Queen? Because if that's not what he meant, then this is never really addressed again.
Gorsh, Jiminy.
Gorsh,
Your
Jiminy.
world disappeared too. It was terrible. We were scattered. And as far as I can see, I'm the only one who made it to this castle.
How convenient, considering almost everyone else ended up in Traverse Town. Yes,
Yeah, how does that work?
We're going to need you to come up with a design for the gummy ship. We just have textureless, low-count polygons so far. The game shipped yesterday.
I'm sorry, what?
The raft!
Wait, they don't live on the islands. How do they go to and from the islands? A boat? Then why is Sora worrying about the raft if he has a boat he can use whenever he wants?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Why are they making a raft when a boat would clearly be safer?
Riku's boat. And Kairi's.
They all have individual boats. All the less reason to give a damn about the raft. You haven't seen the last of me.
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon. Or Donald, you know, I bet you that,
You know, you big palooka.
What do I know?
Gosh, Donald's a huge dick to
Gorsh. Palooka's a word that we need to bring back in 2024, dude.
Question, Sora. Why would you ask a dog?
Yeah, why would he ask?
Oh, you're slipping, Leon.
I thought your name was Squall. Then again, I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so what do I know?
Wow, a rare instance of me. Wow, what a hell of a thing for me to pause on. A rare instance of me being honest and not me pretending like, oh, I know exactly what Final Fantasy is. At least I can admit that, like, oh, I've never played a Final Fantasy game, but I'm pretty sure his name is Squall.
I went easy on him.
You tossed fireballs at him. Riku, I can't hear you, man. What do you mean, final mix?
Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? What are you talking about? I'm the great Ninja Yuffie. Such a creepy little smile.
I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
I mean, he took a fireball to the face. Breaking the fourth wall.
I forgot he does that.
Are scattered everywhere. Scattered?
I've said this before. I think when I did a stream for KH3, or I think maybe I even said it in the Kingdom Hearts 3 video, but like Mandy Moore is the one voicing Aerith in this game, but she's not the one voicing Rapunzel in Kingdom Hearts 3, even though she was the one who voiced Rapunzel in the movie. You couldn't get her back? She got too big after Kingdom Hearts 1?
Too many worlds.
Too many worlds or too many worlds?
Yes, but ones like happy faces.
Happy?
That's one funny face.
No, that was creepy. Either that or you guys just have a pretty sick sense of humor.
All for one, one for all.
This is not the Three Musketeers, damn it.
Not yet. Not yet. I hadn't played Dream Drop Distance yet.
Remember?
Kairi?
Sora?
Can you really blame him? I mean, he just recently took a fireball to the face, had two animals fall on top of him, and fought a robot all in the span of a few hours. He's bound to lose.
That's fair.
What do we have to do to grow small?
Why don't you try the bottle? Over there.
Over there. Oh, is Sarah still here? I hope she's not missing the Alice in Wonderland world.
I mean, because it just showed up. It wasn't there before.
Good timing. Give me a hand, will you?
Discount Danny DeVito.
It's a pretty good discount, Danny DeVito, though.
Too heavy? Since when have you been such a little...
Pussy, is what I was gonna say, but...
Oh!
Bitch? What were you gonna say there, Phil?
2 words. You guys ain't heroes.
Come on!
Joke's not funny the first time, but damn if they won't keep reusing it.
They really reused that joke in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know what... Like, it wasn't even really that funny in Hercules. I mean, well, it kind of was, because there was one time in the movie where he says, like, oh, 2 words... And then he says something, but then, like, if you translate it in Greek, it is 2 words, which I think is pretty funny. Dude, look at Cloud's design.
Made all the fanboys scream like little girls.
Assuming you played Final Fantasy VII to begin with. I did not, so I did. So I didn't know.
There was one other rule. I forgot. Accident happened.
I know that's sarcasm, but how is that a rule?
Dude, how many residuals do you guys think James Woods gets from just Kingdom Hearts alone? Because he's like in every... He reprises his role as Hades in like every single Kingdom Hearts game.
Hey, are you alright?
I mean, a gigantic 3-headed dog crushed me with its paw, but other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm
How about a
alright.
rematch sometime? Fair and square, no dark powers involved.
Get it? Fair and square? Okay.
Kairi. Friends.
It is... I cannot put into words how much of a shame it is that the estate that owns Tarzan will not let Disney put Tarzan into Kingdom Hearts anymore.
Right.
You just fell and hit your head and fought a cheetah. I doubt your senses would be at full capacity right now, Sora.
Really?
So, like, is Tarzan just cursing gorilla language? The subtitles seem to suggest so.
Oh, you speak English. So then, obviously you're not related to Tarzan.
He's also wearing clothes.
Okay, I think this is the funniest one. So, this is where, like, I really refined my sense of humor. Like, not just refined it, but, like, really let it shine, I think. Because I don't remember half of these, and they're really getting to me. He's also wearing clothes, so I don't know. That didn't give it away.
Oh, that didn't give it away.
What am I doing with these imbeciles?
Imbeciles.
Imbeciles? Okay. Does anyone know why Clayton has no more lines after that last scene?
They probably
We could've
reworked
just
this.
climbed up here, but thanks anyway. Suddenly, Jane and Turk, for some reason.
Oh, now I've got it. Means heart.
Sure, it does.
Sure.
Yes,
The princesses.
They are falling into our hands one by one.
That's Wanda.
Speaking of which,
Why is Alice a princess exactly? She doesn't rule over any kingdom, nor does she belong to royalty.
She does. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Isn't it revealed at the end of the book that she's a princess? Like not explicitly, but I think at the end of the book it says that she wakes up under a tree and then like rushes back to the castle or something. So we're meant to understand that she's a princess of some kind. But I guess I didn't know that.
Are upon us. The prayers of liberty.
Does she?
Wait a second. Where's Kyrie?
Isn't she with you?
If she was, he wouldn't be asking you where she is now.
Yeah,
would he?
no, dumbass.
We visited so many places and worlds looking for you.
Don't disregard the question, Sora. That's not what he asked.
Wow.
We've got this awesome rocket.
Believe me, Sora, that ship is the least cool thing in this game.
He can't come. What? Forget us. Oh, come on. He's my friend. I don't care.
Donald is a dick to Riku.
while you toiled away trying to find your dear friend, he quite simply replaced you with some.
Oh, she's a
new
duchess?
companions.
Is it?
Evidently. Now he values them far more than he does you.
Oh, you know, it's not like they were looking for you or anything. Oh, right, Jiminy's with us.
Playing hide and seek.
I just don't believe it. And here I was, up all night just
worried
worried sick about you. Why, of all the Pinocchio?
That sound effect suggests that his nose just grew. Why didn't it grow immediately?
Hi, Jasmine.
Hello.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of why you were hiding?
If it was Jafar, you'd be...
I need to hide, and then the second you hear someone's like, "Oh, who goes there?"
Oh my God, Abu got buried. You saw that, right?
Wish number one coming right up.
So does the J in Homer J. Simpson stand for Genie, or are we just hearing discount Robin Williams?
I don't think No, I did know. I did know that. Dan Castellaneta plays the genie in the sequel to... Because I don't know how many of you know this, but like after Aladdin, the first Aladdin, Robin Williams and Disney had a humongous falling out because like he didn't want the genie to take up a lot of the advertising. Like he was going to be the voice of the character, but he didn't want Disney to use his name or the image of the character he played to really sell the movie. He wanted the movie to stand on its own, and Disney didn't honor that. They were like, Robin Williams is the genie, and here's the genie on fucking 75% of the poster, and like he was so pissed about that. He like, I think sued them. And so when they did the sequel to Aladdin, I forget what the name of the sequel is. I've never watched Aladdin's 2 and 3. I think Return of Jafar is, I think, the second one, and then I forget what the third one is. He didn't come back to reprise his role as the genie. They got Dan Castellaneta to do sort of a sound-alike thing, but then after talking things out, I think they were kind of on amicable terms again, he and Disney, so that he returned to voice the genie in the third movie.
Jasmine?
Oh, that's right. She's in trouble, Aladdin.
Again,
King of Thieves, that's what it is.
Sora.
Yeah.
Genie, help Jasmine, please.
One wish left.
Boosh, I didn't hear the words I wish.
I'm sorry, Al.
Has he
Dunk.
broken the pot in several bones?
Yes.
Doing so may actually prove useful to
our plan? I don't really understand the secrecy.
Dude, for a game, I mean, I can't believe this game came out like, what, 2001? It is animated so well.
Back to your lamp.
Since you have Jafar's lamp, couldn't you just ask for 3 wishes? I wish for my friends, I wish to find the king, I wish for you to stay trapped in your lamp. It's simple, really.
My dear, yes. You help us, and we grant you your wish.
Kyrie!
Very delayed reaction, Riku.
Kyrie!
Why on earth would you wish it was a monster?
Pinocchio, stop fooling around.
Oh,
This is no time
fucking
for games.
Monstro. I hated this level when I first played it.
And you turn your back on him after just having looked for him because...
What about Kyrie? Did you find her?
Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Less than half an hour ago, we had a flashback where you complained about doing kid stuff, and now you're teasing us.
For not doing kid stuff.
Do you even want to save Kyrie?
Why did they have him hold the lamp there? It looks so questionable. That's exactly what I thought.
Asshole, that's what we've been doing this entire adventure.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Kyrie?
What do you care about her?
Hello, jackass! We've been looking for her in all the worlds. We've done nothing but ask for her every time we meet you.
I'm not gonna make it. Oh. I guess I'm okay.
Does that really count as lying? Because a lie implies you're not telling the truth. Pinocchio thought he wouldn't make it, so that technically isn't
He
a
thought
lie.
he was dead.
Now, I'll grant you a marvelous gift. The power to control the Heartless.
If you can grant Riku the power to control the Heartless, wouldn't that mean he can just order the Heartless to give Kyrie her heart back? Not only that, but if you can give Riku that power, wouldn't that mean you control the Heartless too? And by extension, wouldn't that mean that you allowed Kyrie's heart to be taken by the Heartless? How hasn't Riku caught on to that yet?
Good job.
Good job,
No,
man.
let's move on to self-defense.
This is Keith Michael Richardson, who it has just such range as a voice actor. It's astonishing to me.
Along with how to swim.
We came to find the keyhole.
The what?
The what?
Well, it's
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
Sure there isn't.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
He's a crab. You're 16.
As the key bearer, you must already know, one must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
Why King Triton knows this
that's what we've been doing
is
this
never
entire game.
explored.
Sure, for the sake of finding the keyholes, but still.
I sound so different, so much younger. This was like 9 years ago.
She would surely help you.
Flotsam and Jetsam are playing the pronoun game.
My dear.
No.
I can help you get to these other worlds you long for.
Why would Triton ever leave his trident, the most powerful weapon in the seas, unguarded like that?
My father is hurt and it's all my fault. I have to stop Ursula.
My father's hurt because I didn't listen to him, so to make things right, I'm going to do the other thing he told me not to do.
I'm right behind you, Marielle.
Indeed, she can, Donald. For you
See, she has no feet.
So why do Sora, Donald, and Goofy have these costumes on? Is that Donald's magic too, or is it just a Halloween Town Ex Machina?
Dude, they look so
Why,
cool.
Of course.
The Heartless need a heart.
No shit, Jack.
Maybe we're missing some ingredients.
We're
Let's
old, we
try
sure are.
adding memory.
I'm having a hard time believing that Dr. Fingers
Come on, a
should
weird
make the heart,
witch.
considering the fact that Sally,
Priorities.
one of his other creations, has one herself. So, what's the deal with that?
Good for nothing girl. Don't know why I bothered creating her.
Creator reprimands creation for creator's own incompetence. Are we about to beat up some kids? Because I'm okay with that. And I am not okay with
Wow. Jesus. Oh, Heartless! Yeah, rest in peace, Pat Carroll. She did a great job as Ursula.
This is it.
And I love that she reprised her role in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Nobody
As well,
misses that.
rather. Nobody!
Except for the Heartless. And then he turns into this for some reason.
Next time, we'll do it together.
Whoa, keep it rated E, guys.
Where are Donald and Goofy?
Are they that important to you?
I mean, they have the ship. Sora can't really leave otherwise.
Well, you were off goofing around.
Get it? Goof moving around? Alright.
You can go see your friends now.
You know, it just occurred to me. Riku's reprimanding us for having new friends when technically he went off and did the same thing.
But Captain, you know who's also down?
Voldemort's in this game? I thought he belonged to Warner Brothers.
I finally found her.
No, they gave her to Riku. You just happened to run into Riku in Neverland, and her body just happened to be with him. So, if anything,
yeah! I'm Peter Pan.
I'm Sora.
Okay.
Okay. Fucking Peter Pan. Look at the Sora Chad stride, dude.
How come you can fly?
Really? You're just asking this now?
All the dead weight behind, including her.
After the trouble of capturing her? And why those 7? What is Maleficent planning anyway?
Hook would be great at CinemaSins.
Oh, why, yes.
Oh, why, yes.
But she seems to be asleep.
Her eyes are clearly open.
All right, good night, babe.
To sleep with your eyes open, but come on.
You didn't think I'd leave you and Tink behind, did you?
Yes, considering how much of a dick you are.
I still can't believe it.
Kyrie.
He really flew.
Really, dude?
Yeah, really, dude.
It was reckless to bring her here without at least using a vessel.
Wait, what? You mean to tell me that when Hook said that Riku ran off with Kyrie, that was literal? F***ing how? Did he swim while carrying Kyrie's near lifeless body? All the way from one world to another? Did he swim through space? If any of this is the case, I see even less use for the f***ing raft if Riku can just swim to other worlds.
Look after her for me, will ya?
What?
Tinkerbell would never do this, I don't think.
Sora against your will?
Got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead. Nice to see you.
Little nitpick here. Why is Hades ranked 10 in his own cup?
If we stick together, we're unbeatable. Not even Hercules stands a chance.
But you fought Hercules alone. Oh, we fucking get it, Nomura. Your characters have to be awesome and OP, but do they have to be this damn hard?
It is borderline unfair, dude. I'll never forget beating him in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Canonically, this never happens.
Yes. Because I don't even think he recognizes you in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts, right?
No.
How can you be so cheerful? There's still no sign of your king.
Oh yeah, King Mickey.
Oh yeah.
This is a nice message and all, but why would you tell all this to your 6-year-old granddaughter?
And we'd take walks together, or play poo sticks.
Ew.
How do I say goodbye to myself?
Holy bananas, is he planning an attempted suicide?
Don't be scared. You're looking for poo, right?
He could look behind the bushes, maybe someone left some there.
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee
Oh
up the
my
honey
gosh.
tree, see?
What if you take their honey?
Won't the bees be angry?
Really? That's the flaw you see in this plan?
It is rather funny what I will do for honey.
Funny is the last word I'd use to describe the shit you do for food.
It's borderline depressing.
Why exactly are these still frames?
Hey there, name's Tigger. T-I-double-G-R. That spells Tigger.
No, that spells
Tigger. I forgot about Tigger.
What exactly was Sora doing?
Oh.
Actually, that might be heartburn.
Yeah.
No vessel, no help from the Heartless. So tell me, how'd you get here?
Swam.
How'd you get here from Neverland? We never really saw you use your dark powers to teleport, so one could assume you just swam here.
I simply believed. Nothing more to it.
Belief ex machina.
We've always been rivals, haven't we?
No, I thought we were friends.
There can't be 2 Keyblade Masters.
Oh, yes, there can. The rest of the series lives to prove
There can't be 2 Keyblade Masters. Listen to this asshole.
Keyblade go? Where'd you get that wooden sword?
Well, I know the king told us to follow the key and all, but...
Listen to this jackass. There can be
Are you ready for them?
What?
No, not without Kyrie.
The darkness will destroy you.
What exactly was Nomura thinking when he designed this outfit?
This outfit is so stupid.
You're saying my heart's weaker than his?
For that instant it was. However, you can become stronger. You showed no fear in stepping through the door to darkness. It held no terror for you. Plunge deeper into the darkness.
It's a shitty joke
will
marathon.
grow even stronger.
What should I do?
He just told you.
Throw yourself into the darkness. Let it guide
Magic
you.
barriers are known for their comical timing.
Kyrie's inside me?
Whoa.
I mean, okay.
Are you really? No.
I would still make that joke
Can't
today.
be. I won't let him go.
It's kind of too late.
He's kind of dead.
That's Sora, isn't it? Is that Sora?
This blew my mind when I first played the game. Playing
Kind of already did.
Playing as a Heartless was like, whoa, holy shit.
At the end of the tunnel.
Oh, your grandma's story, right?
I'm assuming Kyrie's told him this story before, and who told her that story? Otherwise, this is really awkward.
I can't help.
No.
You'd kind of be in my way.
Can't tell if compliment or just being a dick.
Two things can be true.
Sure you do.
Besides, I couldn't forget you, even if I wanted to.
What's that supposed to mean?
We never got an answer to that.
Who are you?
I am Sam.
Am
Are those
Sam?
just recycled sound clips?
Yes, they are.
Adding this to Final Mix makes Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2 make less sense because, well, let's not get into that just yet.
Why did you even mention it?
Suddenly the devil himself.
One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
You may think I'm going to give this game another sim for the same reason I did earlier. Not the case. Because at this point, most fans know everything about the series, yet still understand nothing.
This island is a prison.
Riku's balls dropped tremendously in the span of a few hours.
It would be so much more convenient to have them in a
Darkseid,
fight with you.
Let me level with you right quick. If you weren't a threat back when we started the game, there's no reason you'd be a threat now.
Kingdom Hearts.
Listen to his
Roll
voice,
credits. And out of
dude.
nowhere, this thing.
Not the penis rocket.
Because it looks like a penis.
Kingdom Hearts.
Roll credits.
Kingdom Hearts is light.
Then why was darkness spouting out at first? You know, Darkseid, I really don't give a damn anymore.
Now, Sora, let's close this door for good.
R.I.P.,
That's not
dude.
the whole reason this game even exists. Relegated to cameo at Endgame.
Wayne
Also,
Allwine,
apparently
my
anyone can
favorite
wield the
Mickey.
Keyblade.
Take care of her.
You know, I'd seen the fact that Riku stayed on the other side of the door instead of coming out and helping Sora shut it from his side, because that never made sense to me. If it hadn't been for the cutscene we saw earlier about the two Keyblades have to shut the door from both sides thing, sort of justifying it, it still wouldn't make sense. Then again, they added that for Final Mix, so all of us who played the original game are still left questioning why he didn't just close it from the outside. So yeah. Okay, let me see if I got this right. The kid from the Sixth Sense is the chosen one to wield an oversized key which he uses as a weapon. On his journey, he meets Donald Duck and Goofy, and with their help, takes down the douchebag from Titanic, and afterwards helps Mickey Mouse and the kid from Seventh Heaven seal the door to a place filled with evil creatures. Well, that definitely beats my
That's exactly correct.
Was she just standing there this whole time?
And
If
also,
so, why?
0.2 makes this even worse. Like, that whole thing. Like, Aqua could have done it, but Aqua wasn't a thing yet, so I guess...
Remember what you said before? I'm always with you.
Dude,
too.
this holds
I'll
up.
come
Like,
back to
it's a little dated,
promise.
but these visuals hold up.
You defeated Ansem.
They still look
You sealed
really
Kingdom Hearts.
nice.
You're going back to Destiny Islands, aren't you? Why are you not going back to Destiny Islands? Something I don't understand is if Huey, Dewey, and Louie are native to Disney Castle, why were they in Traverse Town running a shop if their world never disappeared to begin with? Pinocchio's human for some reason, not that it'll last, of course. Why does Genie have his wristlets again? I thought he was set free. Donald and Goofy are wearing their normal clothes now, for some reason.
That's never explained.
Huh?
And it's reverted immediately in the next game.
Oh yeah, Pluto! Remember Pluto? How we met in Traverse Town and then just kind of never saw him after that? What the hell were you doing this entire time? Who exactly is the one saying all this text?
I think it's Mickey, canonically. So for this, I knew the name Roxas, but I had no idea who Roxas was or what he meant for the series. Like, I just knew that he was a fan favorite, but I had no idea who Roxas was yet. All of these goddamn, like... None of these shits make sense.
I understood none of it.
Because it's an idea that Nomura has, but that he never, like, expands upon until, like, you get to the next game, and it's like...
One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up, Ansem.
Hey guys,
I was so proud of that back then.
With Kingdom Hearts.
And it's
I'd like to give a huge shout out to my over 30,000 subscribers. You guys are really
30,000
entertainment, something I love to do.
Wow,
even bigger shout out to the people who recommended
I met this was around the time I met Nathan.
Issues with it at first, but then I absolutely fell in love.
This was around the time I met Nathan.
Man, I loved it, but whew, boy, 10+ hours worth of cutscenes. I don't know if I can handle that beast. But anyway, be sure to check out CinemaSins, the awesome people I parody.
You don't know if you can handle 10+ hours of cutscenes. Oh, you sweet summer child. Oh, you had no fucking idea. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there for tonight, guys. I don't know when we'll meet up again next, but thank you all so much for coming. This was fun. I can't wait to kick it off with Sonic Colors next time we meet up. Hopefully it won't take me as long as this one did to meet up with you again. Maybe next week, maybe the week after that. I'm not sure. Hopefully a video comes out sometime this week. I don't know. I've been working on a lot of stuff. I think that that's another reason why it's taken me a while to get things out, is just because I work a little on this thing. I work a little on that thing. I work a little on this thing. Oh, I can't work on that anymore. I need to focus on the next everything wrong with, and thing after thing after thing. But I promise it's going to be an everything wrong with next, and then I'm going to shift focus on either the next rewritten, that's probably going to be what I do next, or a third project that I've... it's a smaller thing that I want to release and test the waters and see how it does. But I love you all. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. What was the longest amount of cutscenes I've ever had to cover? I think maybe Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't know how long those cutscenes are. I'd have to count. I genuinely don't know. But I'm sure once I do Metal Gear, it's gonna